demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, it's too late to try to go contain it. A generation fueled by creation. We live lives on a small screen nation. We control the airwaves, no negotiation. I refuse to think we need saving. Something good will come from creation. And when we think that the world is too anxious, we'll adapt, evolve, survive, and save it. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. What keeps you up at night, yeah. Make all the demons quiet, yeah. We were built to thrive, yeah. I think that we've all had enough. Yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. Hey, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong. You got me like, oh yeah, I think that we've all had enough. Sick of dealing with the old plan. They know that we're calling it wrong.
In the Ozarks, winter brings more than cold. It brings us together. Trophies and medals may mark the win, but heart, grit, and time together create the bond. It's the pride we wear, the teams we stand behind, and the traditions we honor. As official jeweler of the Missouri State Bears, Max & Fine Jewelry celebrates every victory, in the game and in life. Because the greatest wins aren't just scored, they're remembered. Seize your win with Max & Fine Jewelry, the jeweler of the Ozarks, the jeweler of the Bears.
Gino Corsi is the ultimate choice for all of your real estate needs. With a wealth of experience and a deep understanding of local neighborhoods, Gino consistently goes above and beyond to find the perfect home or investment property for his clients. When you choose Gino Corsi as your realtor, you're choosing a trusted partner who will guide you every step of the way to your real estate goals. Are you ready to love where you live?
Hey everyone, it's Gino Corsi with Triple Diamond Real Estate, and I'm so excited to officially announce that I am now a proud sponsor of Missouri State Ice Hockey. When you work with me, you're not only getting a reliable realtor, but also contributing to the growth of our community through local sports. So give me a call if you're ready to team up and find your dream home while cheering on our Missouri State Ice Bears.
Thank you. So, why Springfield? I get asked that a lot, and I choose to live here because Springfield is a place that I can enjoy the life I want.
I love the outdoors.
You can be on the lake in just a short drive.
It only takes me 10 minutes to get to work.
Or off to anywhere in the world. I know my kids will be safe and well educated.
There are really good job opportunities after graduation.
I'm able to work remotely and create on a high level.
The healthcare options in this area are incredible.
The options for housing and cost of living are so affordable.
We have room to create.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Can't beat the food.
Or the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
Well, there are many great veterans organizations that help our wounded warriors. It's invisible wounds that go unrecognized, leading to addiction, brokenness, and often suicide. The Warriors Journey is a nationally recognized veterans nonprofit headquartered here in Springfield, Missouri. Our programs have helped over 15,000 warriors face those invisible challenges, saving thousands of lives and restoring countless families. No paperwork, no red tape. Learn more at twj.org or text us at 213-TWJ-HELP.
Pride. It is very common for one to associate the word pride with the lions of the Serengeti. But if you make your way to the Ozarks in North America and follow a migration trail that runs straight to Bear Boulevard, you'll find another unique and perhaps superior specimen, also associated with the term pride, the Missouri State Bear. While this bear sports truly unique plumage in the fall, it's the signature maroon and white coat that differentiates this bear from other lesser species. The Missouri State Bears are excellent nocturnal foragers, able to easily sniff out a mate, a nest, or the best cashew chicken around. While they can be recognized for their impromptu exuberance, what the Missouri State Bears are truly known for is their pride. It starts with an incredible work ethic, a never-give-up attitude, and their ability to rally around for the greater good. These bears take pride in their habitat, their fellow bears, their community, and their future. It's why Missouri State Bears sit at the top of the educational food chain. How do you know if the bear you see is a Missouri State Bear? Simple. Its trajectory is always onward and upward. And, well, they eat tigers for lunch.
Ball 60! Ball 60 right here, right now!
This is more than a game. This is one team united by one goal.
1, 2, 3, Bears!
We are your Missouri State Ice Bears.
WebSportsRadio.com, in association with KBFL, proudly presents Missouri State University Ice Hockey. With the call, here's Steve Casson.
And live from Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena, Missouri State and Illinois State, they play in the final home games of the 25-26 season. Hello everybody, Steve Casson with you as we are live from the Big Slice broadcast booth in the Stan Melton Ice Arena at Brightspeed Ice Park, along with Steve Granato. And Steve, I know, okay, you're doing triple duty because, we'll talk about it, but it is Springfield Cardinal baseball night. Of course, you work for the Cardinals also. You've got all that going on. Louie's here, Brad Beatty's here, who we're going to talk to. And then you give me a text and you say, oh, I might not make it for the Open.
Hey, look who made it.
I know.
Look who made it for the Open.
What is going on here?
We can do it all. Final weekend of the year, I think this is the time where you're fully tuned in, right? So we're firing on all cylinders at this point, so I'm ready to roll.
Absolutely. Talk about ready to roll. Now, Missouri State, unfortunately, last weekend, were not that ready to roll. They did lose a game to Oklahoma, and I had mentioned that I thought that was going to be a problem. The ranking committee said, no, it's not. Missouri State has only lost a couple of spots. As we'll take a look at the WSR pregame report, and we'll tell you all about what has happened since the last time we talked to you. Now, for Missouri State, the Ice Bears come in at 14-7-5, and they are ranked number 17 in the latest Division I poll. The final rankings on February 25th will determine the field, and this, of course, is the field right now. And for Missouri State, they are in at number 17. They would play the winner between, let's see, that is, I don't have my memory here, but whoever that is there. I wanted to say it's Lindenwood. It's not Lindenwood's logo, though. But they will play the winner of that game. They'll face Minot State. I don't know why I'm blanking on it right now, but I'll get it. It'll come up in just a moment. But let's go back one slide if we can. And if you look at a week ago, I talked about Missouri State losing 2 spots. A 4-3 loss to Oklahoma, erased the Ice Bears' 2-0 lead on goals by Max Greco and Sam Frederick. Late goals in the first and the second period by the Ice Bears, tied the game, and then in the third, it was the win for Oklahoma. I think I said Ice Bears. It's Oklahoma, the Sooners, that tied the game late in the second and third. But then Missouri State turns around with a 7-2 victory in Game 2. Hunter Bolger with a 2-2 tie that he broke in the second period with 2 shorthanded goals. And Steve, boy, those shorthanded goals were phenomenal.
Yeah, I mean, we talked a lot about that top line last weekend. And lo and behold, spoiler alert, the top line is back out there again. Rapp, Bacardi, Bolger, those guys have been outside their minds over the last couple of weeks. So no shock that Tom Winkler and company are going, you know what, let's keep you guys up top.
Oh, Purdue Northwest. That's who it is.
There you go. See, I knew it would come to you eventually.
Well, I knew it, but Scott also told me that too. But in that game, Bolger also had the hat trick, as you said. Henry Vest, Jacob Hewerman, Brett Anderson, Justin Rapp also scored goals. Now, the last time these two teams have met, it was back in 2023. That was 889 days ago. Both teams split games on September 15th and 16th of 2023. A 4-2 loss. Derek Cagle had a power play goal in that game, and Will Chircararico also scored for Illinois State. And then in Game 2, a 6-2 victory. Hunter Bolger, 2 goals. Mason Kaspic, a goal. And Chircararico also had a goal for Illinois State, his second on the weekend. Again, these are players that are still playing with their respective squads. The Ice Bears are 3-3 against the Redbirds since 2021. Missouri State has outscored Illinois State 18-16 in those 6 games. And the Ice Bears were shut out just once, 4-0, on September 17th of 2022. But they've lost 3 of the last 4 games they've played against Illinois State. And we'll look at some of the team stats for Missouri State. Hunter Bolger leading the team with 3 shorthanded goals. Duke Bacardi leads the team with 32 assists. 22 different players have at least 1 point, including Brady Govero has an assist. And of the Ice Bears that have played all games this season, Bolger has the least penalties, just 6 for him this season. Let's look at the visitors, who have actually made their second appearance in 2 weeks. But they are ranked number 31 in the latest season poll. They're an independent team and not affiliated with a league. Now, again, second time in 2 weeks, the Redbirds are visiting Brightspeed. They were swept by Drury on February 6th and 7th. An 8-4 loss in Game 1. Sam Truxaw, Rue Chircararico, Luka Weinkoff, and Caden Day had goals. And then in the second game, a 7-3 loss. Gio Barghini with 2 goals and Jacob Switek with a goal. Now, last weekend, Illinois State split with Illinois, a 4-2 loss. Ryan Sprini and Gio Barghini had goals, and then a 4-1 victory where Dominic Dagger had 2. Will Chircararico also with a goal along with Jacob Switek. And then in the past 10, the Redbirds are 6-3-1 on the road. They have played the last 14 of 16 games on the road, in fact, and they've been outscored 53-76 in other barns. Now, a 3-2 loss to Drury on November 16th of 2024. As, well, that's, we'll ignore that note. That's from my, my other stats. I get too into the stats for some strange reason. But let's look at some stat packs for the Redbirds. And 22 players have at least a point this season. Jacob Switek tied with 4 players with 4 power play goals. Gio Barghini leads the team with 14 of those goals. And Will Chircararico also has a 4-game point scoring streak where he has 2 goals and 2 assists. And Connor O'Neill second on the team with 16 assists. And these games for the Ice Bears and the Redbirds, final games of the season as we head into the games here this weekend. Let's look at some of the leaders, which includes Hunter Bolger, number 1 for Missouri State. And for Hunter Bolger, a 14-game point streak right now. Duke Bacardi second. Bacardi does have points in 8 of 9. Justin Rapp is third, and of course that is their line too, their top line of Bolger, Bacardi, and Rapp. And Rapp has a 4-game point streak. Henry Vest with 19. Vest's last tally was a goal against OU February 14th. And Colby Weber with 18 points for Weber. He now has been struggling. No points in a couple of games for him. Top line I mentioned of Bolger, Bacardi, and Rapp have 9 game-winning goals this season. For the Redbirds, Jacob Switek is first with 31 points. And for Switek, he last had a goal and 2 assists against Illinois State February 14th. Sam Truxaw is second with 23 points. Gio Varghini, 22 points. He's third. Will Tricarico is fourth with 21 points. And Luka Weinkauf, 18 points for him. And for Weinkauf this season, no points in a couple of games. 10 different players have scored power play goals for Illinois State this season. Take a look at the starting goaltenders. And for Missouri State, it's Brady Govero in 13 games, 7-2-2, 2.80 goals against average, a .923 save percentage. And Cole Walter in 14 games, 8-6-0, with a 4.19 goals against average and an .895 save percentage. Look at the matchup between these two teams. And for Missouri State, they lead with the record at 14-7-5. Points-wise, that is. Goals for at 97. Goals against, well, the goals against leader are the Redbirds with 130 allowed. Goal differential 15 favors the Ice Bears, and on the power play and the penalty kill, both favors Illinois State, 21.9% and 75.9% on the penalty kill. Coincidentally enough, they have had as many power play chances as they've had penalty kill chances. Strange thing, 137 each. Wraps it up for the WSR pregame report as players are making their way out onto the ice. The referees have been established. Mark Marzola and Justin Albright, David Hill and Matt Wells are the linesmen as we have the players down onto the ice. Missouri State will make their way out onto the ice here momentarily. And Steve has made his way down to the center ice area as we will have Louie come out, and Brad Beatty will also be coming out to drop the puck here at Brightspeed Ice Park in the Stan Melton Ice Arena. In just a moment, we'll hear that is from Joel Telshow as we get ready for Missouri State hockey. Just the single games here. Missouri State tonight and then 6 p.m. tomorrow. Everybody else is either waiting for postseason play or they will move on to nationals. Missouri State will do that. We'll have to wait and see just exactly who they will face. Let's join Joel.
And now for your starting lineup for tonight's game. Let's meet the starters for the visiting Redbirds.
That's what you have here tonight.
Starting at center, number 11, Connor O'Neill.
That's what you've earned here tonight.
At forward, number 8, Luka Weinkauf. At forward, number 18, Ryan Sprain. Starting on defense, number 4, Jackson Schaefer. And also starting on defense, number 55, Declan McDermott. In goal for tonight's game is number 3, Cole Walter. The Redbirds are coached by head coach Christopher Pruitt.
Is your time.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, on your feet, put your hands together. From the heart of Springfield, Missouri, inside the Brightspeed Ice Park and within the beautiful Stan Melton Arena, it's time. Let's meet the starters for your Missouri State Ice Bears. Starting at center, number 34, Duke Bacardi. At forward, number 91, Hunter Bolger. At forward, number 21, Justin Rapp. Starting on defense for the Bears, number 5, Derek Cagle. And defenseman number 12, Joey Bacardi. And the starting goaltender tonight for your Ice Bears, number 33, Brady Govero. Joining the Ice Bears on the ice tonight is 5-year-old Nolan Rapier, a kindergartner at New Covenant Academy, and is a participant of the Little Panthers 8 and under hockey team. The Bears are coached by head coach Tom Winkler and assistant coach Ryan Armstrong. Referees for tonight's game are Mark Marzola and Justin Albright. Linesmen for tonight's game are David Hill and Matt Wells. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we honor America with the playing of our national anthem performed tonight by Brett Dudenhofer. Ice Bears fans, please welcome our Springfield Cardinals Corporate Sponsorship Director, Brad Beatty, and Springfield Cardinals mascot, Louie, to the ice for our ceremonial puck drop tonight. Of course, tonight, our ceremonial puck drop is a ceremonial baseball drop. It is Springfield Cardinals night at our Ice Bears game, and we're proud to welcome Brad, our Springfield Cardinals staff members, and of course, Louie, to our Ice Bears game. Brad is a longtime member of the Springfield Cardinals front office management staff, and he has had a major role in the Springfield Cardinals front office as part of one of the very best organizations in minor league baseball. We're all looking forward to another great season of Springfield Cardinals baseball, and we're proud to have Brad and Louie with us tonight. Thanks again, Brad, for joining us tonight. And on behalf of all of us, we thank you for the strong leadership you bring to our Springfield Cardinals organization. The Cardinals are back in action at Hammonds Field versus the Tulsa Drillers on April 7th to 12th, and we encourage you all to get your tickets and get out and support our Springfield Cardinals this season.
One of the big things that is going to happen, the Springfield Cardinals will play the Big League Cardinals, and that'll take place on the 23rd of March. It's a Monday night. I'd say get your tickets, but I don't know if there'll be any tickets available for that game. It's almost sold out here. The second to the last final regular season game between Missouri State and Illinois State were underway. It'll be the Redbirds with possession. They quickly bounce it off the boards, and Missouri State will gain it. And a backhanded flip by Hunter Bolger goes up into the crowd. 18:48 to go in the period, and we are just underway here. Steve Granado will join us momentarily. Face-off one taken by Missouri State. Flipped down the boards, trying to make his way through is Justin Rapp. Now it'll be Bacardi, steals right in front. Bolger with an attempt, and it's blocked in front off of Jackson Schaefer. He was injured for a while. He is back out playing now. Sent around behind by McDermott. And here comes the Redbirds, a 3-on-3 across the line. We're just underway in the first period. An opportunity in front that's taken away by Joey Bacardi, then a rebound out. First save of the night by the goaltender, Brady Govero, in net tonight. We get an icing call here. Govero, 7-2-2 with a 2.80 goals against average, a .923 save percentage. Steve back up here with us, and I know you were taking pictures, I guess posting, doing all sorts of stuff, weren't you?
We are a Swiss Army knife amongst these parts, Steve, and excited to get this one underway. As you mentioned, the final weekend of the regular season, and you know that these obviously aren't games that are in conference per se, but you know that MSU does not want to end the season on a sour note.
No, and it definitely means a lot because Missouri State right now, number 17, and what it means is really you're safe at 21. Well, any kind of loss now to a lower ranked team than them could definitely, but here come the Ice Bears, and we'll get back to it as Vest gets a drive in and Walter is able to steer it aside, but you go any lower, it also affects who you're going to play. We're going to get the first penalty. It's going to be a roughing call, and it will go against Illinois State, so immediately Missouri State will go on the power play. And I think that's number 2, Ben Lechner.
Yeah, Ben Lechner going to the box here. Lots of power play chances the last 2 weeks for the Missouri State Ice Bears. That Saturday game in which they put up 7 goals. Also a lot of penalties in that game, both sides. So not to unfamiliar territory, to say the least.
Yeah, 2 shorties, 2 power play goals, and I believe all but either 2 or 3 goals were special team goals. 146 remaining in Missouri State on the power play. They're 20%, 24 for 120, and they cannot get it in the zone. It's cleared. Down to 136 remaining. Oh, they cough it up right out in front. An opportunity was thwarted as Luka Weinkauf had that. And Missouri State playing with fire right now.
A second great chance for Luka Weinkauf. He's the one that got the lone shot prior to that was stopped by Govero as well.
Drive comes in, deflects as Henry Vest got the shot, deflect off of the defenseman. Vest will bring it up top to Joey Bacardi. Now to Mason Kaspick, tipped in front, but Weber tipped it the wrong way. He'll let it go through and regain on the far side. Drop it down low. The only one behind the net is Kaspick. He'll work it, looking for some help. Nobody really moving in front. Kaspick centered it up in front, and Vest lost. Now here's a drive in. It goes right through the midsection of Schaefer on the attempt by Weber, and it's cleared all the way down. 40 seconds remaining in the power play. Ice Bears trying to move. Bring it across the line. Easy entry for him. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Bacardi, picked of Trucksaw. Now to the far side, and stepping in front of everybody is Pavel Botkin. He's able to clear and send it down. So the Ice Bears now with 10. By the time they get it set up, they probably won't get a shot, but they're going to prove me wrong here. In front, a drive and a save as the power play expires on the shot by Frederick, and the rebound is taken away by Illinois State, and they get it out.
So just that one shot right there is the only one they're credited with throughout that 2-minute power play. Also, of course, gave up a grade A chance to Luka Weinkauf.
Bolger gingerly limping to the bench, and we'll take a look at him. Here's a drive that comes in. Save Govero on the opportunity in front by Trucksaw. But the big key right now is how does Hunter Bolger feel? He came off really limping. Puck is cleared out. Down to 16 remaining. First period intermission guest. We'll talk to Brad Beatty. We'll talk to him probably about all sorts of stuff. When I worked with the Cardinals for 8 seasons, we had a lot to talk about, including hockey. Puck is deflected through. Booth is there. Now Zimmerman will pick it up, though. Lead pass. Here comes an opportunity breaking in. Barghini centered out in front and a save. Rebound up in front and another save. 2 opportunities last one by Nate Zimmerman, and a big save by Govero.
Yeah, Zimmerman came in with a full head of steam after that big, juicy rebound. Hit off the leg pads. It was almost a near identical rebound off the Zimmerman shot. You also got to credit Brett Anderson, who made a really nice back check to deny that first opportunity from being an even better chance.
Anderson working as the 7th defenseman tonight. Now with 15 minutes to go in the period. Still a 0-0 game, shot missing wide by Barghini. Down to the near side. Worked off the boards and sent back down. Icebers with Derek Cagle. Looking to clear it, but instead, shot comes up after it was stolen, and Govero has to steer it aside again.
A lot of forecheck pressure from the Redbirds here over the last couple of minutes.
Yeah, it has been phenomenal. It's been in ever since the power plays expired. It's been all Redbirds behind the net.
I'd argue even before, during the power play, because of that opportunity taken by Weinkauf.
Sure, I'll agree with that. Puck comes in and a save by Govero, but if you're head coach Tom Winkler, you don't want to see that at all.
Well, of course, we've talked about aggressive forechecks a couple of times, a couple of occasions this season, Steve, and I think what it boils down to is, yes, you can always obviously be aggressive on your forecheck, and a lot of times if you catch a team off guard on their heels, it's going to be beneficial for you, but it also comes with that flip side of you never know if you get too aggressive what that can happen on the negative side if you're doing way too much aggression on the forecheck. That obviously can turn into odd man rushes the other way. We've seen Missouri State take advantage, and they might do so right here.
As they bring it down with Kaspic, trying to center it in front, they could not get it to Jack Wirtz, who is playing now.
Sorry, Steve, that was a really nice job by the Redbirds to get back because of that. They know they're aggressive on the forecheck, so to be able to hustle back to go 150 feet the other way.
Here's an opportunity in front, and just went underneath the stick of Lasanti. We come the other way. Break for Tricarico with a drive in and a save, and it was gingerly right there on the blue paint, and it's covered up by Govero.
How about that opportunity? First real good one for Will Tricarico. 10 goals this season, right in a 4-game streak, no less. Had a real good chance right there. Very impressed these first 6 or so minutes, Steve, with this Illinois State's ability to skate quickly, and not just quickly, but get that burst of energy immediately.
Icebers back with it. Weber, he gets a return pass. Now the behind the back pass with an opportunity for Hewerman after Vest's pass connects, and Missouri State, if it wasn't for Walter, might have had a 1-0 lead. Puck is sent in offside, and good to see Brian Wood back in. He was absent for a couple of games. Now here's an opportunity that comes in on a drive by Dominic Dagger, and it's covered up by Govero.
Good speed here tonight in this first half of this first period, Steve. Both sides explosive.
I think for Missouri State, Steve, the key is they're able to get into the zone, so that's their speed.
Yeah.
But for Illinois State, they're just all over Missouri State in the defensive zone. Puck cleared out. Ice Bears will connect. Well, they had it to Weber for a second. Now Jack Dapperon. Dapperon looking around. Spoke to his dad earlier, and his bittersweet for his dad. This is his last son playing hockey. And so he may not be going to any more games after these next two couple. Puck centered up the middle and taken away. Here come the Ice Bears. Here's a lead in front. Bolger shoots, pad save. Walter didn't know where it was. Had the Ice Bears had maybe a 2-on-1 rush, it would have been an open corner to the right, because Walter followed the shooter, did not know where the puck was.
Steve, you were probably looking forward. I took a look at Cole Walter after the fact. He looked straight to the heavens after that one. He knew that he didn't see that one well.
Puck across the line as the Ice Bears had it. Taken away, though, as Sprini will have it, and he'll send it all the way down, and a line change for the Redbirds.
He clearly didn't feel comfortable on that save. It was a long time before he spotted the puck after making the initial stop.
Bolger tried to sweep at it, taken away now by Mason Kerr. He'll send it in. Kerr this season with 3 assists in 24 games, looking for his first goal on the season. Ice Bears steal, and they'll drive it down in, chased by Bacardi. And this one is Duke Bacardi, points in 8 of 9, 4 goals and 9 assists during that span. Shot comes in by Lasanti, steered aside by Walter. Ice Bears keep it again. They'll drive it down low. Now it's possession time for Missouri State. They get around the referee, send it to the near side, that is. That'll be worked this time by Booth. Gets around Truxaw's check. Booth with it for Missouri State. Now Lasanti with a drive in, and Walter sends it over behind the net. Ice Bears still gain possession. They keep it in. They work it again with 11:03 to go in the period. Frederick up top, drive, and a save as Booth got the shot. Walter kicks it up. Ice Bears got to watch out. Here coming is Scotia with an opportunity, and it gets deflected by the stick of Frederick. And Steve, I was looking at a play developing behind the play, and as I look up, I saw the stick go down. I heard the noise, and I thought, he did not throw his stick at the puck, did he? But it got knocked out of his hands. 10:50 to go in the period. I want to thank the Redbirds for wearing the uniforms we can see.
The irony of it, by the way, today, Steve, being at Springfield Cardinals night, picking it against the Redbirds.
Here's an opportunity. Who is not able to get in front is Anderson. Well, wear these same jerseys tomorrow. We'll be happy campers. 10:24 to go. Hewerman back in his own zone. Trying to send it over to Max Greco. I also spoke with his dad, Max's dad, and he said, thanks for calling his second goal of the season, or his first goal of the season. And I said, yeah. Glad to be able to do that. He says, keep talking about him so he can score more. Down to 10 to go.
That was a nice one, too. That first goal is a beaut.
Absolutely. Now the puck is deflected away. Can the Ice Bears work it out? Well, that does make its way out. Pushed ahead off of Kaspic. Now it's Jackson Schaefer. His pass broken up, slapped down in by Will Tricarico. Puck flipped up, and the Ice Bears have it left side. Reel will try to send it through. Nobody there for Missouri State. Oh, here comes an opportunity coming back for Switek. Ice Bears do get back. Switek with a drive in and a blocker save into the corner by Govero.
Yeah, that was a purposeful shot. He had Tricarico on the opposite wing trying to get that low angle, get a big rebound for him, but it went wide.
Ice Bears are able to get it out. Line change, a partial one for Illinois State. They backhand the puck out, and Missouri State will complete their change as the puck gets thrown behind the net.
The first 11 plus minutes, Steve. Illinois State, I mentioned the aggression, but it comes from the defensive zone too.
Oh, puck stolen out in front, a drive, score! Henry Vest steals the puck and he gets it past the sliding goaltender, his 10th of the season. It's 1-0 Missouri State. 17 of 27 games they've scored the first goal of the game.
Oh, it's all forecheck pressure right there. And you can thank Kobe Weber for kickstarting that play. Weber comes in on the forecheck, forces a bad pass that goes right to Henry Vest in the worst possible spot of the ice if you're Illinois State, and he just picked his spot and finished 1-0 MSU.
So the Ice Bears with the assist going to Weber.
Missouri State goal credited to number 22, Henry Vest. Assisted by Kobe Weber. Time, 11 minutes, 15 seconds. Again, Missouri State.
So 11:15 will be the time of the goal here in the first period.
At 11:15 in the first period. That's a Missouri State.
Shots now 10-8, including that last goal. And that favors Illinois State.
Well, I was just about to mention there, Steve, before Henry Vest so rudely interrupted me. Very aggressive, not only with the forechecking pressure from Illinois State, but let alone their defensive zone setup. They're really cherry-picking the opposite blue line. We've seen it a couple of times already And we've seen a couple of chances. Most recently, before the Vest goal, was Jacob Swiatek who was cherry-picking. He was the outlet pass. It was Swiatek working with Tricarico on the far blue line. So we're seeing a lot of chances taken already by the Redbirds early in the first 12 minutes or so.
Missouri State trying to move the puck out. They finally get it. Weber tips it in, and it's sent down in. Near side boards. Truxaw is able to get it.
See how quick they're thinking of that outlet pass? The cherry pick that time from Mason Kerr, who's skating on the opposite blue line. They're ready to explode through the neutral zone.
So the key for Missouri State is if they can adjust to that.
Yeah.
And here they come. Bolger, he shoots. He hit the crossbar. It hit the crossbar. It came down and then ricocheted out. No goal. Here's again this one. It hits the mask of Walters. So Bolger with a couple of seeing-eyed shots. Now another one, an opportunity that goes over to Wood with a drive and a save, and down in front after stopping that shot is Truxaw, and he just cannot make it to the bench. He's having a hard time. He finally gets to the bench. He actually fell down as he was trying to slide to the bench. There's the... I did not see what caused Truxaw. Was that maybe something to the groin?
Possibly. I mean, it may have also looked like he was maybe holding his left wrist, potentially. We'll keep an eye on him. He's getting worked on the bench.
Puck comes out to center. Grabbed by Parker Church. 1 goal, 1 assist for Church this season. Church's only goal came against Alabama November 21st. Here's an opportunity out in front. Loose, they score. You could see everybody kind of flooded the right side of the goaltender, his left as he sees it, and it trickled free, and putting it in the net is Connor O'Neill, his 3rd of the season.
Yeah, first shot looked like it was Gio Barghini took it. It's that takeaway right there. Backhander hits Govero in the chest, and it doesn't stick in the midsection, leaves a big old rebound, and because of that takeaway, you saw Govero step out to immediately challenge and take the angle away. By the time he did that, I don't think he was able to stop in the time that he wanted, kept sliding.
Illinois State goal to number 11, Connor O'Neill. Time 12 minutes 42 seconds into the first period. Again, Illinois State goal number 11 at 12:42.
They're going to apparently call it unassisted.
Yeah,
but
that's got to be a Barghini assist.
Yeah, because he's the one that got the shot. It would not have happened on the rebound without a shot.
Exactly.
Here's another opportunity in front. Govero with the save on Botkin. Down to 6:48 to go in the period. Now the Ice Bears on a backhander by Greco. It's a delayed offside. So they're going to... Oh, no, it's a penalty. It's a cross-check. And it goes against Illinois State.
Jacob Swiatek being ushered to the penalty box here. MSU had 1 power play chance. Didn't exactly get much going throughout it. Took 1 shot in the final 5 seconds of the power play. Also gave up a shorthanded opportunity and created probably the best scoring chance early going for Illinois State until they just potted one early, or most recently.
So power play number 2 for Missouri State. They're 0 for 1, but a chance to get something here. Bacardi drive in, save, tip, chipped out by Joey Bacardi. Now centered through to Rapp, and nobody there as everybody collapsed. And they'll have to set it up again. Well, the Ice Bears do cough the puck up. And luckily, if it wasn't for Bolger, there might have been an opportunity for Botkin. So he broke that one up. So how quickly things can change.
Oh, very unintentionally, Hunter Bolger broke that one up. It hit him right around the jawline and actually knocked loose the chin strap on his helmet.
Yeah, in that case, as we get an opportunity here, flipping it up and over the net was Rapp. He was being hounded by a stick. What I was going to say was, he broke it up, sure, but then, of course, when you define the way it was broken up, that's got to hurt. 1 minute to go on the power play. Across the line, Rapp waits, he shoots, it gets deflected high. Right out in front, nothing there but Redbirds, and they clear. 48 remaining.
That aggressive nature continues here for Illinois State, even on the penalty kill.
Shots 14-11, they favor Illinois State. Backhander to Weber across the line near sideboards. He'll work it up center. It's taken away. Weinkauf is able to clear. Missouri State with 30. They do get it in the zone. One-handing, trying to make his way through is Wirtz. Got pulled off the play, kept in left side. Cagle drive tipped, but tipped wide, the wrong way by Vest. Now to Kaspic, power play for 16, 1-0 Missouri State. Up top, Cagle. He waits, he shoots, and a save, Walter. Kaspic tied up with their captain Trucksaw. Now 5 seconds to go on the power play. Drive in, tipped, as Kaspic tipped Weber's shot, but it gets deflected up and out of play.
Real good vision that time from Kobe Weber. Already has an assist here tonight in this first period. Saw the man cutting towards the net, spotted him, just couldn't get the tip in the right direction.
3 shots on the power play for Missouri State. Now with 2 seconds remaining in the power play. Callahan in with Henderson. It is 1 and Illinois State, as they get the man out, they'll drive it down. Sprini. Stop at the half boards. Drive comes in, steered aside on the shot by Swiatek. It's behind the net. Missouri State, can they work it? 4:25 to go in the period. Coming up, first period intermission, it'll be Brad Beatty. He'll be our guest. He just sells stuff. Drive comes in, and it will be held on to by Walters. I know, like you say, everybody has a big hat there at the Cardinals, so we were talking earlier, and he says, I told him I'll come back. I just want to do what I do.
Yep.
Yeah, I guess he does what he does.
He does a lot of it.
Yeah, still no assist.
That's odd.
Well, a lot of odd ones.
That's Acha hockey.
Or it's just, as we get a drive here, or it's just the officials just can't catch.
I don't envy them. I'll tell you that much. By the way, 3 shots officially on that full 2-minute power play, so they're 0 for 2 now.
Off the draw, Greco, after it was won by Henderson, but it is cleared out to center. Buchholz, as he got around Lasanti, and it'll be driven down in. 3:50 to go in the period. Shots even up at 14 apiece. Now, big hit as we're going to get a penalty. Buchholz was taken down. Interference will be the call, and Missouri State will go into the penalty box here.
Yeah, looks like Buchholz never touched the puck. Not an eligible player to be hit, so Max Greco takes the body, thinking he was going to make contact with the puck, never did. And so now Greco will have 2 minutes to think about it. We'll see how the power play works for the first time for Illinois State.
Illinois State with the man advantage. 30 for 137, 21.9%. Missouri State has scored 4 shorthanded goals. Bolger with 2
last
recently.
weekend.
Here's an opportunity for the Ice Bears to clear. Oh, bad bounce. They were trying to clear and break Bolger, and it hit something. Here's a drive in and a save by Govero on the attempt that came from O'Neill. Near sideboards. Held in by the Redbirds. O'Neill waits, looking for some help, and on the line it'll be McDermott. Drive comes in, steered into the near side boards. Here's an opportunity on a backhander by Barghini. Sent it out in front, and they score. You kind of thought that was going to happen. Missouri State just not only could not get it out of the zone, they couldn't get it out from about 10 feet surrounding the entire net the entire time there.
Yeah, Illinois State relentless on this power play attack. I mean, just shot after shot after shot. That's a good steal from the sky. And ends up setting up the goal. Looked like that was Declan McDermott that took that one out of the air and rescued what would have been a clearing attempt.
So a 2-1 game now. And they're going to give it to Barghini with Weinkauf getting...
Illinois State goal to number 20, Giovanni Barghini, assisted by number 8, Luca Weinkauf. Time 16 minutes 59 seconds into the first period. Illinois State goal to number 20, assisted by number 8 at 16:59.
Meanwhile, Govero has to make a save. The rebound is loose, and they're going to call it a goal. 2 quick goals, and Illinois State on this one by Swiatek has made it a 3-1 game.
And I can pretty much say the exact same thing, Steve. Again, it's just relentless attack here by the Redbirds. And it's the inability of Brady Govero this time to be able to snuff out a rebound. He just let up too many rebounds this time. And that's a quick 3-1 game in the blink of an eye. It was a 1-0 MSU lead. That's 3 unanswered for Illinois State.
Joel Telschow will tell us all about it. But unfortunately, Barghini's 15th, Swiatek's 13th. And it is a 3-1 game, with now 2:08 to go. Half boards. Hewerman in there, Kaspick, Dager for Illinois State. Puck drug out. Ice Bears have it. Drive comes in. Not cleared yet. Missouri State.
Illinois State goal to number 12, Will Triacarico at 17 minutes 30 seconds. Illinois State goal to number 12 at 17:30.
So everything has changed now. And Tricarico is going to get the goal. That's his 11th of the season. Interesting. So his 11th, unassisted apparently. And here they come again. Skoshai is looking for a centering pass. Broken up to the near side. Down to 1:15 remaining. And putting Missouri State in a situation kind of like what Canada was in earlier today.
How about that?
Down 2-0 and come back to win.
We can talk Olympics in a second. That's for certain. We've been dying to chat with you about it the last week.
Skoshai's pass broken up. Here come the Ice Bears across the line. Oh, great move and an opportunity for Henderson was steered aside.
Yeah.
Ice Bears had a great chance, so they might again. Henderson all over the ice looking for a centering pass, and it didn't connect with Greco.
Yeah, Cole Walter did not give up that near side post like Henderson thought he would, even with a couple of moves to the backhand. He stuck right there with him. Didn't give him much of an angle to shoot at because of it.
Ice Bears bring it across. They want to cut this lead down going into the end of the period. Out in front off of Greco. He'll chase. Weinkauf is there. It's cleared out to center. Barghini with an opportunity. He shoots. He scores. Oh, boy. You don't want to see that. 4-1. And Barghini will get his 16th of the season and second goal of the period.
Get another look at it here. Barghini just skates into the zone, and he has been favoring that right-hand slot. Of course, that's the right-handed shot he's got, and he just rips it bar down, rings the bell, beats Govero, no holds bar. And it's, again, 4 unanswered now for Illinois State. MSU needs this period to drastically end.
After Vest got his 10th, it was O'Neill with his 3rd, Barghini with his 15th, Tricarico with his 11th, and Barghini again with his 16th and second of the game.
Illinois State goal to number 20, Giovanni Barghini, assisted by number 8, Luka Weinkauf at 19:43. Again, Illinois State goal to number 20, assisted by number 8 at 19:43.
So not a good thing if your head coach Tom Winkler. And we get an offside, but the buzzer sounds. So that'll do it for period number 1. But for Missouri State, they get the first goal of the game, very important, but they give up 4 straight. We'll take a look. Vest getting his 10th at 11:15, and then 4 straight goals. O'Neill with his 3rd, Barghini with his 15th, Tricarico with his 11th, and then Barghini with his 16th and second of the game. Weinkauf with an assist. Power plays. The Redbirds 1 for 1 with the man advantage. 2 penalties, 4 minutes. Missouri State 0 for 2 and 1 penalty for 2 minutes. Shots on goal in the period, 15 on Cole Walter and 22 on Brady Govero. And Steve, it's a 4-1 game. I don't know. Do you maybe see a different goaltender second period?
I'd be curious to see if they end up shooting up, taking out Brady Govero. I would be curious to see that. The backup tonight, I believe, is Artur Jalavian. No, it's not. The backup's actually Anthony Sikora tonight. So I'd be curious to see. Obviously, we haven't seen a ton of Sikora this season, just 4 games played in. His numbers have looked pretty good in those 4 games, but nonetheless, I'd be curious to see what Tom Winkler wants to do after 4 goals on 22 shots. 22 shots, Steve. I think that's probably the more glaring issue. Yes, 4 goals is not anything that you're going yippee about, but 22 shots. The aggressive play for Illinois State clearly working out right now. I don't see them changing anything heading into the middle period.
We'll take a break, and when we come back, Brad Beatty will be our guest of the Springfield Cardinals. We got a lot to talk about. Probably enough to fill 15 minutes. We'll be right back.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
We're back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. Steve Casson along with Brad Beatty now joining us. And Brad, I know you and I I spent 8 seasons with the Springfield Cardinals working as, pitch clock operator, all sorts of different things. And you come in, you do the same thing you always do, which I just said you just sell stuff.
That sums it up, isn't it? They can call me Jack, kind of the jack of all trades. I just had a conversation today. We had somebody touring our facility, and they're saying, well, what do you do? And I said, it really becomes a question of what don't you do. When you're in minor league baseball, you do everything. You think of you behind the scenes. You know how to do everything. It could be scorekeeping. It could be timekeeping. It could be the game day activity. It could be TrackMan. There's so many things behind the scenes that people don't realize when they come out to a game. They just think, oh my gosh, look at all this stuff is up on the video board. You've got all this information, but there is so much technology in today's baseball, especially an emphasis with the Cardinals. You see that with Bloom when Heim came in and he started talking about, hey, we're going to up our technology. We're upping our coaching. This year we've got 7 coaches in Springfield. So that's the most we've had. We've got, first ever, we've got 2 females. We haven't had any female coaches. We've seen them from some of the other clubs. So not only first time we've had a female, now we've got 2. So it's great. Now, they have been to the stadium before, covering vacations, covering different things for some of the other coaches. But it's nice to have that dynamic. I'm happy that we've got that perspective too. So it's good.
Well, one of the things about minor league baseball is things change a lot. Now, what happened with minor league baseball was the big club used to own the team, and now it's a different organization. The fact that this new organization has taken over is kind of a good thing in a sense, because it allowed some of the upgrades and some of the things that the team needed, that the stadium needed, to kind of, in a sense, get not forced through, but they really made sure that it had to happen in order for the Cardinals to continue with what they're doing.
We had to have a great landlord. With our previous situation, they weren't putting money back into the facility. Once the city bought the stadium, now it is their property. They are meeting all the requirements that MLB sets out for every minor league team. And that's what we've been going through, all the way from the first time you saw the new lights at the stadium. We've got all the bells and whistles with lights. We have state-of-the-art lighting where you can do light shows. That's something people see. We had to redo a clubhouse. We had to create a female locker room.
Sure.
We had to create more space in the training room. We had to do all these things that fans don't see, but we had to do per MLB requirements. That's something that with the city there, they're backing it. They know we have to do these things. We're not the only one. You've got 120 clubs. We are all on a point system. You've got to meet certain thresholds every year. So that's what we're doing right now. We're great in terms of threshold. So last year we were able to do something that is more of a fan enhancement. You know, from the press level,
yeah,
redoing that, oh my gosh. Just the layout. You've got all of your workforce, your behind the scenes people, all in one area. We were able to open up another area for fans, that inclusive type area. We had to bring in steel structure to get outdoor seating on that third level. And that's been so popular. We've had a lot of activities, not only baseball, which everybody thinks of, but we have meetings. We've had celebrations of life out at the stadium because what a great backdrop. A lot of people come in. I've been a lifelong Cardinals fan, or hey, my father, he loved this. He passed. This would be his wish to have a celebration out here. It's something that you don't really think of, but now it seems like we've had more and more of those. I had a close friend of mine. We played college baseball together, and he had his celebration of life out at the stadium.
It's really been a boon for the fact that the Cardinals play in probably one of the best stadiums in all of minor league baseball, and they have the best grounds crew.
Oh, you talk about, that's a great lead-in. We're Field of the Year. You know, you come off 2024 and you go, this is the #1 field, not in the Texas League, which that award's been won multiple times.
Sure.
AA, that award's been won multiple times, but we were the best of all 120 teams. So what an honor, and hats off to our grounds crew. You look out there and you see the grass. I have these guys tell me, what are those things? It looks like little Roombas running around the yard all the time, mowing the grass constantly. Mm-hmm. They talk about their irrigation. They talk about the fertilizers that they put on the field. The different cuts, when you see the patterns out there, you see the artwork. It's these guys doing all of that. So now you start looking at MLB, and that's one of the areas that they have to approve our grounds crew employees. So they have moved to degrees. We were just talking about this today. 2-year degree. They've got different universities that do that. Turf management, field management. It's a science now. It's not, hey, I mowed the yard when I was younger. My parents made me always do it. Now you go out and you find all the intricacies. You see the fine lines they cut. They were doing the baselines different, where they're putting a clearly defined area now. If you step on the grass, it's out. Instead, you'd always see that line going to the bases. When they had the bases, another thing. 18-inch bases instead of 15-inch bases.
Yes.
You know, all these little things around the field, they're working on that. My favorite, though, Steve, is when they first came there and they talked about they wanted all the fields in all minor leagues flat, 0-degree tilt. So you've got a little tilt. We had a 1/2 degree, and it helps with runoff. They ended up saying, no, the infield will be flat at every stadium. We had to redo the field with just that 1/2 degree off in terms of being just plumb, if you will.
Now, I don't know exactly what it's like now, but I remember several years ago, it was a doubleheader game, and it was a doubleheader that had to get in. It had to be played. We had rain for 5 hours, and the bottom line was these games were going to get played. They had to get played that night. So it stopped raining. And I'm thinking and a lot of us are thinking there is no way these games can get played. And he just left, and I can't remember his name.
Scott Bales.
Scott, yes. And Scott came in and he said, we'll get this game underway in 45 minutes. And I said, no way, it's not happening. And sure enough, 45, maybe an hour by the time first pitch, we got it in. We were able to play the second half of that doubleheader. Of course, because of what happened. It was a 7-inning game. But regardless, we got it in. I think we ended up maybe midnight by the time we were done. And it was supposed to be firework night, too. And I'm thinking, I mean, it was funny. I think they did a limited fireworks show because you're not really supposed to do it at midnight. But
we had some where we did it in between games.
And that may have been what it was while we were waiting.
Yeah, those different rules, regulations that we have to follow. It is fun when I see people that are seeing a rain out or not a rain out, but all the rain, and you watch people on the field with a squeegee.
Yep.
And we're out there pushing water. You've got a great drainage system.
That's what people don't know is they're just pushing it to this one spot, and oh no, it's drained, and like, wait, the water's going away. What's happening?
Yeah. So we ended up, when you talk about body aches, my age, I think any age, whatever you do, some activity, if I went and squatted and caught a bullpen, if I'm sitting there catching a pitcher, my thighs will be sore.
Mm-hmm.
You ache in funny places when you're pushing a squeegee and putting your body weight
I'm aching
on
right
one
now,
of those.
standing
It's like,
up.
oh my gosh. It's a great CrossFit program.
Yeah.
We've got our own, Cardinal CrossFit. It includes a squeegee.
There you go. Is that a requirement to work there?
You do. Again, I said you got to do everything,
Yep.
and it's all hands on board because we talk about it doesn't matter what you do at the stadium. It doesn't matter what your job is. If you can't get the game in, nobody's working.
Absolutely.
And you get as many people as you possibly can on some type of equipment, whether it's throwing diamond dry out there, and that they've got a special type dry because it's a special dirt. That was another thing I learned. I see them watering dirt even after you've got all this rain, but the special condition dirt needs moisture on top of it.
You know, one of the things, and I know that the general manager of the team, Dan Ryder, he's not here. He had some other more important things to do than come talk to me, but whatever.
Oh, no. Not more important, just other pressing things going on.
Of course, I'm kidding. Other things going on. And one of the things I was going to ask him when I first talked to him many, many years ago, and I said, hey, there's that 2012 sign up over by the right field area. And I said, you know, obviously championship, wouldn't you like to see more of that? And he said, honestly, what's more important is developing talent. And then if you can get one of those, that's great too. Well, now you have one from last year, so there's two up there, and I wanted to ask him how he felt about that. But I'm sure everybody in the organization feels like this is an incredible accomplishment, regardless.
Well, look at what's happened when you evaluate the minor league teams now. They rank and you can have different rankings, but the latest rankings, number 2 in all of Major League Baseball minor league clubs. Cardinals are number 2. That wasn't the case years ago. They're really working on developing the talent and bringing it up to the major leagues. If you think about any business, that has a great sustainability pattern. You've got great talent and it continues to move up. You're not having to shop for different people at different times. Granted, there's different pieces you can work into it, but it is about developing. Don't get me wrong, the players want to win, we want to win, the fans want to win. You go out there, if you didn't want to win, you wouldn't keep score. So yeah, it is absolutely that mindset too. It's that winning mindset. There's something to be said about that as you continue to move up. Hey, I'm used to winning, let's go.
You talked about some different things that are happening at the stadium, but there's also some different things happening with the club. And I'm talking the Redbird Roost and all the different things that are happening. What, for people that don't know, I mean, it's more than just a ticket to baseball. There's other things that are going on that fans can be a part of.
We've done a lot of inclusive areas. The ones that we've had, we've got the Coca-Cola Redbird Roost. It's up on that 3rd level, our executive level. It's a covered area, all you can eat once you get up there, all the Coke products. You go over to the SpringNet Champions Club. You go in there, it's all inclusive. It's got indoor, outdoor seating, so you get the air conditioning during the summer. We just added another area, it's called the Hamby Home Run Deck. That was new. And that stemmed from MLB saying you need to have a covered area in the bullpen. Our home bullpen, it looks like another dugout. If you look down there, you see the covered area. That was the requirement. We thought, if we've got to cover it, why don't we make another fan feature?
Sure.
So we extended it, made a deck. You've got seating out there. You can get all-inclusive with your food. It's a different ticket. It's a whole different look. if you haven't seen it from that perspective, I equate it to the Fenway, where they're going out there and watching a game from that angle. So yeah, we've got that going on now too.
So we have less than a minute before we got to get into the second period, but I wanted to quickly talk about the fact that this team is a team that is continually getting popular. And what I mean by that is it's been around for a long time, but when people first get to a game and they first see what's going on, they're hooked and they want to come back.
Well, look at all the stuff we're doing. Now with the city owning it, we continue every year to make improvements. Coming up the 23rd of March, the St. Louis Cardinals are coming here to play the Springfield Cardinals. That's the last exhibition game. What a great way to kick off the season. And we've got all kinds of things we're adding we're adding a new grill. We're adding a value menu. We've got different food options, drink options that we're adding. So it's all about creating a great fan experience. We do that. We love having them out there. Like I said, the thing about the employees that we have for the Springfield Cardinals, it's not a job where sometimes people go out and they say, I'm working for a paycheck. People come out and work for the Cardinals because they want to work for the Cardinals. What a great culture. You find the employees, they're all happy to be there. We're happy to be there, and we love having the fans out and entertaining.
Well, I did it for 8 seasons until my wife said, come on, hockey and baseball, you got to choose. So I had to choose. Brad, thanks so much for doing that. I know we could talk forever. We didn't even start talking about hockey yet.
Yes!
So
and now they're doing that in baseball. They're doing first pitches with hockey, flipping baseballs. So cool.
Okay, we
Great
got to
be
get
here.
going.
Thank you.
Hey, thanks so much for doing this. Appreciate it, and we'll see you on the 23rd.
Perfect. Thanks, Steve.
All right, Brad Beatty of the Springfield Cardinals as we get ready for period number 2 between these two teams. Fresh 20 minutes are on the clock. It'll be the long change this time. Missouri State will skate from the right to the left, and from the left to the right, it'll be Illinois State. And Steve Granado joining us back in. And Steve, if you're a fly on the wall, what are these Ice Bears thinking right now, trailing by 3?
Oh, it's being able to contain the speed and the skateability of this Illinois State squad. We conjectured about what Tom Winkler was going to do here in the second period. He's electing to stick with Brady Govero, his #1 netminder, so he stays between the pipes here in this second period. But I got to imagine, you don't want this game to get out of control. We'll keep an eye on Brady and see how he adjusts here in this second period. He clearly needs to be able to control more rebounds. A couple of those big grade A chances and a couple of goals came off of the rebound.
And it's the proverbial, it just takes one, and it just does for Missouri State. They get a quick one here, and this changes things. Here's Joey Bacardi centering pass to Duke, and it didn't connect. Puck flips out to center. The only one back is Derek Cagle. He quickly gets it up. The Ice Bears are trying to catch Illinois State on a line change as they sent it down in.
Yeah, it's really smart right there, right? You see how quickly Gio Marghini is able to pounce on that forecheck pressure. You got to get that puck away quickly. You dilly in your own end, and you're suddenly finding yourself 2-on-1.
So the Ice Bears will stick it in with Henry Vest down behind the net. Gets over to Colby Weber. We'll try to work it through. Weber this season, no points in a couple of games for him. We come the other way. Oh, nice move, getting around everybody with Swiatek as we get a whistle, stoppage in play. I assume the net dislodged. And maybe something up with, well, it's not the net, something maybe Govero's mask. And either way, it's a stoppage, so I think the Ice Bears were wishing it would not be so they could get the puck out of the zone. Now they have to deal with a face-off. It'll be Vest coming in to try to win it from Botkin, and Vest is there. He's able to clear at least enough to get it out. Lasanti now. He'll flip it up, drive it all the way in. This is going to be on goal, and a good play there. And I don't know if that was set up, but it almost worked.
Kobe Weber getting in behind the defense there to get a chance. That puck was rolling all the way on net.
The Ice Bears finally get it out, and
I don't know. That was a couple feet away from being a Hail Mary breakaway.
Weber comes in to take the draw after Vest was kicked out. Now into the corner for Greco. He gets pushed along the wall. Digs it out, looking in front. Dapron there, but instead Greco will come straight out. Looking for some. Oh, that is not. That's Vest, 22, not 27. Puck is cleared out to center. And right along the line, Vest took his man. Coming in is Tricarico. Score! "5-1.
I stand corrected, by the way, Steve. It is Arthur Jalavian who is the backup goaltender tonight, and he is into the contest. Tough night for Brady Govero. 5 goals, faces 24 shots. That's just an absolute rocket from Real Tricarico. His second of the game. We're on hat trick watch for both he and Barghini tonight. And MSU just has no answer right now for this explosive Illinois State squad.
12th goal of the season for Tricarico. And Joel Telshaw will tell us all about it here in the second period.
Illinois State goal to number 12, Will Tricarico, assisted by number 15, Pavel Bakhtin at 2:16. Illinois State goal to number 12, assisted by number 15.
So now with a 4-goal deficit here, it's Jalavian in. Real with a lead pass. Now it goes to Wirtz across the line. Wirtz goes wide. Wirtz has some room. Still with it. Sends it over. It goes off of Real, and that was a good setup there, but nothing doing for Missouri State. Now puck is flipped to the boards. Kept in, though. Driven down low. Makes its way to Kaspic. Looks for a centering pass. Nothing doing there. Broken up by Church. Kept in, though. Drive is blocked, and on the line, skating around is Henderson. He'll walk it. Sends it over as the Ice Bears now get Greco on. Has some room. He shoots, and a save. The rebound. It is taken away by Illinois State. Puck is driven down in. Bacardi, lead pass. Tipped down in by Henderson. Nothing doing on the far side. Now 4 players battle along the goal line far side, including Schaefer's trying to push it through. Missouri State has Greco in there. Schaefer checks him. Booth tried to break it up, taken away by Illinois State. They have a 4-on-3, but it's broken up. Good play there by Henderson. And now we get a couple of players colliding at the line. It's at center. Brought across now for Kerr with a drive that gets deflected up and out of play. 15:33 to go in the period, and a 5-1 Redbird lead.
Been a while since we've seen MSU outskated this heavy. This might be the best opposing skating we've seen this season in this rink, Steve. Illinois State is very impressive so far.
Yeah, you talked about it early in the period, if the first, and Missouri State still not able to adjust. Down in low, working it is Rapp. Line of Rapp, Duke Bacardi, and Hunter Bolger.
This is the line you need, but it's not just the physical ability we've seen from the Redbirds so far here tonight, Steve. It's also just the confidence level. I mean, obviously they're up by 4, but man, the confidence level's through the roof. They're doing everything they want, exactly how they want to.
Yeah, this top line has been a little stymied here. Here's a shot by Barghini. It's missed. Rebound out in front, and a good save on the return by Wyckoff. And Jalavian is able to steer it into the corner. Play down, Missouri State with a line change. Oh, they almost had too many men. Puck is driven down in, right out in front, and a save as Bacardi. Duke Bacardi got a backhander in front and a good save by Walter. He's able to hold on. So Walter against Drury back on February 6th. It was an 8-4 loss. He only played 7-15, stopped 18 of 24. He was chased in that game. Big difference here. Ice Bears with possession across the line. Working it now is Hewerman. He's seeing a lot more playing time as Hewerman. We're going to get a penalty, delayed call. It goes against Illinois State. Ice Bears tried to get Jalavian out, but again, it's the long change, so it'll be a power play and a good opportunity for Missouri State to try to get something here.
That's Shewerman that draws the penalty this time. Going to the box for Illinois State's Parker Turch. He gets the hooking call, but that was one heck of a pass to get it into the slot that time from Jacob Hewerman. That was a very impressive play to even turn that into anything at the spot of the ice he was on. So you got to start chipping away here, Steve. Still lots of hockey left. You got to score here.
This will be an important one for Missouri State as they look for this opportunity. A shot up high that misses on the drive by Jack Wirtz. Puck to the center ice area. It'll be taken by Vest, that is. Vest will have it. Look behind, nobody there. Gets it up top. Weber on the right side, taken away immediately and sent with authority down. So power play for Missouri State. Bacardi tried to work it through, taken away. Now Cagle is able to send it down, but no possession for Missouri State.
Second unit on now.
Just going to say they're changing out. Now here's Rapp. Oh, he runs into trouble. Good help by Bolger to get it out back to Rapp. Across the line, 55, drive in, save, rebound, loose, and it is covered up after Missouri State had a good sliding opportunity there in front. That was covered up.
Sam
Bolger.
Frederick getting that bid that time, Steve, and that's what it takes. Being aggressive, forcing the hand of Cole Walter. Remember, there was that one save he made in that first period. He looked a little human there for a second. He has, I think, for all intents and purposes, Steve, he's faced a storm today. 22 shots on goal, and we still got 13 minutes to go here in the second.
50 seconds remaining.
Walter has really stood the test so far. 21 saves tonight.
Shots getting a little bit closer, but the Ice Bears want one to go in. Here's Rapp back in front to Bolger. Save, rebound, loose. Bacardi there. Goaltender down. Bolger on his knees. He spins around and a drive is deflected away. Somebody lost their stick in front. That's the defenseman for Illinois State. Puck stays in the zone. 6 to go in the power play. Here is a puck sent down by Rapp out in front. Nothing doing there. Puck is cleared and sent all the way down. And we get an icing call. Barely an icing call. And that, the player was coming out of the box. Had Jalavian moved to try to play the puck, they would have waved off icing. That may have been a bad situation.
7 shots on goal in that 2-minute stretch. So both units doing a nice job getting a couple looks at Cole Walter. But like I had mentioned just moments ago, he has really stood the test so far.
11 total shots on the power play for Missouri State. Nothing to show for it right now. They trail 5-1. Hewerman had it.
Almost half their shots tonight, Steve, have come on the power play.
Yeah.
Of course, the heavy lifting doing on this third power play chance.
Well, sure. And, the key is, yes, you want to get shots, but the same time is you want some quality. As the Ice Bears look for quality here, a backhander by Hewerman misses. Another stick goes flying, but this one is the Ice Bears' Landon Booth. And it's cleared out to center. 11:32 to go in the period. We wait to see if Missouri State can change things around here. Jalavian out to play it. Gives it on the reverse. Woods after he sent it over to Booth. It was coughed up, but now Booth in possession again. He'll drive it in. Truxaw there. Sam Truxaw this season with 9 goals. Last goal against Drury on February 6th. Now Bacardi keeps it in. Joey with a drive. It's blocked. Right out in front, an opportunity. Greco couldn't get to it. Another shot from the left side. This one by Joey Bacardi, and it goes wide, and the Ice Bears have an opportunity here. Greco will send it in, but Missouri State for a line change. 10:38 to go. Second to the last regular season game for Missouri State, and at home. Tomorrow, senior, I guess you can call it senior evening. We'll have the ceremony for you. 10:18 to go in the period.
Of course, means we'll probably start a little later than anticipated. Or I guess maybe I'm anticipating it right now that we'll be starting later than normal.
Yeah, potentially. I've got the protocol, and we'll see when it calls for it. Calls for about a 6:08-ish conclusion to the ceremony. So yeah, maybe 6:15 by the time we're all said and done. O'Neal, he'll drop it back down. Works with Gio Barghini. Reel trying to steal, can't do it. O'Neal had it. Barghini taken away by Missouri State's Cagle, and he clears it out, but that's as far as it goes. Missouri State was looking to change. They can't do it. Barghini, as he tried to get a shot, he fell down, lost an edge. Now Barghini with it again. Drop down in low. Cagle pushes him, kicks it to the corner, stays in. Inadvertently, it hits Botkin, and the Ice Bears forwarded ahead to Reel. Line change for Missouri State. They get one on. That's Weber. Now Barghini, he's been on there a while. Jalavian with the blocker save. Good forceful save there. Here come the Ice Bears. They bring it across the line. Here's Wirtz looking for a person in front. Nobody there. We come the other way, left to right. One handing it through is Tricarico. Puck is cleared up over the leap of McDermott, but we get an icing call. Icing will bring it back. Again, a 5-1 lead. Sure, Missouri State was not expecting this.
You got to give a lot of credit to the Redbirds, Steve. They have played a very sound hockey game tonight.
Play all the way down where the goaltender, Walter, will steer it off into the corner. Here's an opportunity and a shot that missed wide by Swiatek. Best to chase, but nothing doing with 8:23 to go. Ice Bears steal. As they send it down in low, it's taken away by the Redbirds. Now Missouri State with Frederick. He gets a drive off. It misses. 8:02 to go in the period. Illinois State with a rush. Out in front, drive. And it got deflected up on the attempt by Tricarico. Previous play would have been played with a high stick, but everybody let it go. And now here come the Ice Bears with Vest. Has some room. 2-on-2. Right out in front as we get an Ice Bear upended. That was Bolger, and play allowed to continue. Now Bolger with it again, gets a shot through. It's stopped. Vest pushes his way through. Nothing doing there. 7:26 remains. Keeping it on the line is Hewerman. Nice move. Here is a pass out in front. It doesn't connect with Bolger. Ice Bears with all sorts of good pressure here, but really no shots. Here is Anderson on the ice. He shoots in. And a save by Walter. He'll hold on. Steve, probably one of the best bouts of pressure by Missouri State so far.
You start to build off of things like that, right? You kind of have to have the glass half full mindset right now. Yes, you look it up at 4. That's impossible to do in one shift, but you start chipping away. You start getting better shifts, and every 40 seconds, you just start chipping away. You pick up a goal here or there, and You never know what can happen.
Isn't that a song, chipping away now?
Yeah, close enough.
I'm not a singer, I'll tell you that. Here comes the 2-on-2 for Illinois State. Make it a 3-on-2 drive, missing wide by Springfield. Puck is cleared into the corner. So Jalavian in for Brady Govero, who faced 24 shots. Scott's telling me it's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. Give it away now. Okay. Puck down in low, centered it up the middle. Booth, he runs in to Begini. Now he has it, does Begini. Looking through, good play by Rapp to at least tip it out to the corner, and Missouri State will have possession. Rapp with it. Ice Bears looking to get one here. Here is Bacardi, has some room, shoots in, and a save, and the rebound behind the net. Nothing doing there as Connor O'Neill will pick it up. Ice Bears have it, though. They keep it in the zone. Right out in front, Booth with a drive and a save by Walter. And Missouri State putting some pressure on, but they still trail 5-1.
Steve, of course, will be remiss not to bring up the Olympics at some point here tonight. Congratulations to Team USA Women's Hockey yesterday for an exhilarating victory over Canada for their 3rd ever gold medal. How about Hillary Knight, Megan Keller? That was a unbelievable game yesterday.
You know, Megan has been playing for what seems like almost forever. You know,
well, Hillary Knight too.
Hillary too.
She's been there forever. Yep. Of course, what a way to break the U.S. goal scoring and points getting record. My goodness, with 2 minutes to go with a pulled goaltender and a tip from Layla Edwards, unbelievable. What a great game, and the only reason I'm saying what a great game is because obviously the U.S. came out on top, because I wasn't feeling that way with about 3 minutes to go in the 3rd period yesterday. I wasn't going, man, this is a great game.
No, well, when it became 2-0, I was thinking it's not a great game.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Of course, U.S. men's also heading to face off with Canada in the gold medal side of things.
Drive comes in. Jalavian makes a save on the shot by Lechner. Rebound is taken by Tricarico. Opportunity in front. They score. You could see it. Nobody was there to pick up Barghini. It's a 6-1 game.
Gio Barghini, hat trick goal tonight. 2nd of his career. He did it about 3 weeks ago as well. A hat trick against Purdue and now a hat trick against MSU. And it is all Redbirds tonight.
Yeah, Barghini. Purdue Northwest. January 31st is when he got those 3 goals. And for him now, it is a 6-game, well, it's been a 6-game point streak with his first goal that he got. 4:55 and the clock just starting to roll now. But a 6-1 game that fans that are still here are not happy about it.
Assisted by number 11, Connor O'Neill, and number 8, Luka Weinkauf. At 14 minutes, 51 seconds.
So they're announcing
Illinois State goal, number 20, assisted by 11 and 8. At 14:50.
They just mixed up the names. Yes, it is Barghini's goal. He had mistakenly said Tricarico, but it is Barghini's goal.
Correction, goals number 20, Giovanni Barghini.
There we go. It's official now. For Illinois State, that is now 6 straight goals that they have scored. The assists, O'Neill, and I believe they said it was to Weinkauf. So unfortunately, another hole for Missouri State to try to climb out of here. Here come the Redbirds as they bring it across the line. Taken away, though. And a backhander that comes in that steered aside on the shot by Dapron. Or is that Vest? Either one, as Vest gets a shot here.
Of course, if you're the Bears, Steve, you're obviously not waving the white flag by any stretch of the imagination here. But you're also playing this game realistic. You play this game going, you know what? We still got 4 periods against these guys. We have to learn a lot. We have to adjust a lot. There's a lot still at stake here today. You're in all likelihood not going to mount a 5-goal comeback in the next 23 minutes. But what you can do is build upon what's working tonight, figure out a way to stop the attack from Illinois State, and try to figure out what you can bring into tomorrow's finale.
Puck up top. Ice Bears will work it in with a tip in front, and it did not go on the shot by Dapron. Over to the far side now. Of course, you break it down. You get a couple of goals here in this period. It's a different hockey game. Still have some time. Here's a center pass, just missing wide by Kerr. Now up top, puck comes out. Vest trying to tie his man up. And Missouri State with possession. Well, they're learning how to gain possession. About 2.5 to go in this period. Now Jalavian directs Frederick, who gets it off before getting hit, and now puck ricocheting all over the place. Across the line now for Justin Rapp. He centers it through, goes behind the net. Missouri State with another opportunity. Lasanti, he shoots in, it's blocked. Lasanti again. Oh, we got an injured Redbird in front. I believe that's Weinkoff who got hit. He's staying on the ice though. So Missouri State with an advantage here. Rapp with a backhander in, and a save by Walter. He'll hold on.
MSU out shooting Illinois State now 33-29 with just under 2 minutes to go in this period, Steve. And we've talked a little bit this season throughout the year about the shot on goal versus a scoring chance. And you could say that the shots on goal here tonight don't necessarily reflect the story of this game when it comes to scoring chances for MSU. They've had a couple, but there haven't been a wide set of scoring chances tonight for the Ice Bears. It's just been a couple of shots on goal, 33 to be exact, here on Cole Walter.
Illinois State again with a rush. This one sent down in low, and Tricarico was there. Puck kicked in, held by the Redbirds. Falling down for his efforts there was Turch. Oh, a centering pass again, broken up. Botkin was the intended receiver. Good play there by Henderson. Puck is cleared out to center. 1:15 to go. Drop down in. And good play there defensively by Frederick. Here come Henderson and the Ice Bears as they work it across the line. Down by 5. Over to the far side. And it'll be Anderson with it. Mention he is the 7th D. It's the line of Bacardi and Cagle, Frederick and Lasanti, and Hewerman along with Wood, and Anderson will work in as the 7th. Almost a steal in front for the Ice Bears. Now we come the other way, a drive in, save, the rebound out in front. It's loose up top, save Jalavian, rebound and another save. Sprini had a second chance, and Jalavian puts the pad down. The first chance by Botkin was deflected away. Now 12 to go in the period. And it'll be Anderson looking to feed Rapp. Rapp cannot get there in time, can he? He gets hauled down, penalty, and Missouri State will start period number 3 with a power play.
I've got to credit Justin Rapp here for not giving up. You play all the way through until you hear that horn sound. That's exactly what he did, trying to get 1v1 the other way if he could. Instead of getting that breakaway chance, what he did get is a penalty called. So, like you said, Steve, they'll start the third period up a man. trying to build for tomorrow night.
You see look at the scoring here. No scoring in the second for Missouri State, but Jokerico, he gets a goal, his 12th from Bodkin, and then Barghini, his 17th from O'Neill and Wyckoff.
2 minutes for slashing, time 0 seconds.
So slashing will be called at the 20-minute mark. And that will go against McDermott. So that'll be 4 penalties, 8 minutes. Missouri State will be on power play number 4. Just 1 penalty against the Ice Bears, but it was a power play goal. 0 for 3 for Missouri State. They'll be working on 4, and I mentioned 1 for 1 penalties, 1 for 2 minutes, and 3 for 6 with 1 coming up. Shots on goal in the period, 18 on Walter, and a 2-period total of 33. And then 9 on Govero. Well, 9 on combination of Jalavian and Govero. Govero was chased, stopping 24. And 31 is the total. We'll take a break, and we'll talk to Stan Melton, who was just recently inducted into the Missouri Hall of Fame. And we'll do that in mere moments. But Missouri State trails by 5 after 40 minutes of play.
This is Barrel Bob, MoDOT's Work Zone spokesbarrel. You'll be seeing more of me as the weather warms up. Crews will be working on our roads. That means lanes will be closed for construction and maintenance work on our highways. As you approach a work zone, please don't drive distracted. You need to pay attention. I want you and my friends working on the roads to all get home safely. Remember, buckle up and put down your phone. A message from the Missouri Department of Transportation. Hey, Missouri!
Tri-Lakes Marine has upped its game. Not only is Tri-Lakes Marine the largest Yamaha outboard dealer in the state with G3 aluminum fishing boats and a full lineup of Suncatcher pontoon boats, Tri-Lakes is now the area's newest and largest Bennington dealer. Bennington pontoons are the pinnacle of luxury pontoon boats, and Tri-Lakes Marine has several models in stock. If you're ready to up your game on the lake, stop by Tri-Lakes Marine today on your way to Table Rock, just 15 minutes south of Nixa on Highway 160, your full-service boat and motor dealer.
Pearson Kelly Office Products presents
Great Moments in Office Technology.
When Julie gets bored at work, she writes funny captions to pictures of animals she found online. Then she realized she could send all of her pictures in one gigantic message to her coworkers. At that moment, Julie created Junk Email. Now, employees can enjoy their days watching auto-tuned sneezing pandas. There are plenty of ways to waste your company's money. Your copier shouldn't be one of them. Pearson Kelly Office Products. Business made simple.
We are back at Stan Melton Ice Rink, Brightspeed Ice Park. Welcome, Stan. And, I feel like no time has passed. You and I, for folks that don't know, used to do this on the road for many, 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 many games.
Absolutely.
And boy, do we have stories.
Oh, my goodness. My goodness. Yes, that was a great time doing those road games, and it was just a fun time, Steve. And we watched the Ice Bears program grow and grow and grow. Boy, oh boy, it's amazing.
Now, we'll talk about some of those fun times, but the reason to have you on is because you were just inducted into the Missouri State Sports Hall of Fame.
It's amazing to me again, Steve. It's just a situation where I get to have just so much fun with what I do. I found something I love doing and wanted to bring a sport to our city, and just was fortunate enough to be in the right place at the right time, and got in a situation where I knew the park board's director really well, Dan Kinney. He was a wonderful guy, and I just always told him, if you ever get an opportunity to bring a facility to Springfield, I would love to see hockey come to Springfield. And the Parks Board does surveys every year of what people want to see that's not here facilities-wise. And Dan called me about the mid-90s and said, we've finally had an ice arena facility of some type come to the surface as far as requested facilities, and we want to look into that. And so that kind of started the ball rolling.
And you know, they say the rest is history, but after you were able to get an ice rink to come here, I say that, but I mean, there's more to just saying I want an ice rink and what you had to do. But you knew that you obviously were a hockey fan with the Blues, and you knew that you wanted to get a team to get started here. Missouri State was obviously the team, but you had help to get that started.
Absolutely, yeah. The kind of the mechanics of how everything happened. The Parks Department decided to look into putting together a facility, and went over and met with Dan, and we talked about the fact that the things you need to create an ice arena facility, you have to have funding to build it, and you have to have a desire by the public to want to see it happen. And Dan developed a plan that involved bond funding, and I said, well, I could start a citizens committee to advocate for it. Did that, and we signed up about 1,000 people that were wanting to see an ice arena facility and a pro hockey team. At the time, we were hoping for a big facility. Come to Springfield with the ball rolling, and all of that came together, and the plan to construct the facility, it was finalized and given the green light in early in 90, and it was about a year to build the facility. We opened in the fall of 91, and once we knew the facility was going to be built, I knew that basically we were hoping to attract a pro hockey team, but size-wise, the facility was a more recreational arena, so about 1,000, 1,100 capacity, and that's not enough to support a pro team.
Sure.
But it certainly is ideal for a collegiate hockey team, and I knew a collegiate hockey team would work. At the time it was Southwest Missouri State. I knew that would work because they had about a third enrollment of St. Louis students, and they had been playing high school hockey in St. Louis for 20 years at that time, and I thought, well, surely we can find enough guys who happen to have played high school hockey that were going to SMS, and we found 16 that were willing to start the first team with us, and then we converted 6 roller hockey players. We had a team, and one of my close friends that worked with me on the citizen committee and signing up people to advocate for the rink, he had played at KU. He said, well, I could be the coach. I said, well, I can run the team and help fund it and basically do the marketing and the off-ice things. And we had the wheels turning, and we established the Missouri State Hockey Club, and boy, the grand opening, I'll never forget that. We opened the rink, and we had the St. Louis U Billikens come down, the St. Louis Sting junior hockey team come down, and we had the St. Louis Blues alumni team come down. And our first game as the SMS Hockey Club was against the St. Louis Blues alumni team, and oh my gosh, it was just amazing. Skating out there against guys like Bernie Federico and Kelly Chase and those Blues alumni players. Did just an amazing night, and that kicked us off, and it's been 25 years, just 25 incredible years, and the growth is just, there's just so much to be proud of with this facility and our hockey club, and just the growth in general of ice sports in Springfield. Just thrilling.
Now there's a list of the coaches that have coached this team, and of course Todd Laster kind of started everything, but then Benjamin Alexander was coach, and
in reality Benjamin was basically our head coach because he had played at Webster Groves and had an extensive experience, and Todd certainly helped, but it was a great start. Benjamin was with us for 7 seasons and really was a foundation in the success of this program for sure.
Yeah, he had a coach's record of 119, 76, and 9. And then after that, it was Mike Schrader.
Yes, sir.
And Schrader, 41, 33, and 2. And then for 2 seasons, it was Tony Dunseith. And he was 30, 41, and 1. And then Bob Bucher came in and brought the team to, well, prior to that, with Benjamin Alexander, the team made D2 regionals 3 times. Mike Schrader brought them to a regional. And then when Bob Bucher came in, brought the Icebergs to a D2 regional and to 2 D2 nationals. So that was in Boston and in Utah. And then Jeremy Law came in, who is now coach of the Drury Panthers, and they went to nationals 4 times. One of the times, the playoffs were canceled because of COVID.
Right.
But he had brought the Icebergs to the nationals all but his last season that he was with Missouri State. And of course, Tom Winkler, now the head coach, and has brought the team to nationals, and here a second time to nationals too. So Missouri State, if I can do my quick counting here, 7, 10, only 10 seasons out of the 25 have they not been to postseason.
Yeah, it's really a great record of success, and the way we've progressed, starting out as a Division III team, then moving into Division II, and really experiencing a tremendous amount of success, league championships in the Mid-America Collegiate Hockey Association, and the success in the regional tournaments and making it to the nationals, and then as a D1 team, just that has been tremendous success by the program for sure. And of course, starting the Division III team, operating a two club hockey club has just been a great experience as well.
Now, there have been so many things that we could talk about that were such great firsts, like all the regionals and Missouri State finally making it for the first time as a Division II team, and both the Ryan brothers combining to get goals, and then they go into overtime, and Jack Ryan wins it, and things like that. But
so many thrills along the way, Steve. I'm telling you.
So many. The one thing that I will tell you that I will always remember, and this is basically okay, so I know that when I used to have my broadcast partner with me, we travel on the road. You know that at certain periods, or we discuss it beforehand, okay, this period I'm going to go do whatever, and Dan Lee will take the intermission, and you maybe talk with him a little bit. And then the next period, it's going to be Dan gone, and then you and I will talk. Well, we had Larry Helwig with us one time at Iowa State. And he was another person that was kind of our color guy at the time when both his sons played, the Helwigs, Andy and Steven. And I just remember I had called somebody wrong on the ice. He was not in the line. I think it was Deutman was not in, or maybe, anyway. The player was not in the lineup. I called him on the ice. And so then they gave me a hard time, like, I wonder how many times he's been on the ice. And, of course, that was my period to leave. And so I got mad, and I said, guys, you guys just talk amongst yourself. And I threw the headphones down, and Larry's, did he quit? Did he leave? What is going on here? And I remember that to me was the most, and even listening back at it, it was the most funniest thing, because obviously he didn't know what was going on.
Yeah. Oh, my gosh.
That has been, just things like that have been so much fun.
A lot of unique times, Steve. A lot of unique times.
Many, and of course, whatever happens on the bus stays on the bus.
That's
so
right.
all of those times. But I will say though, one thing that I will talk about on the bus is that I did travel, about 6-7 years ago when we went to Minot State. I'm going to tell you right now, it is -2 or 3 out there, and inside the bus they had the air conditioning on. I do not understand that. How can players in luckily I went and bought a wool blanket, because I was freezing. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how or why.
As you know, Steve, hockey players are a unique group. Oh my gosh.
Well, you know what that horn means. We got to go to period number 3.
Sir.
We can talk more about
sure
it.
hope we have a lucky rabbit's foot in this period,
Absolutely.
Steve. Whoa, man.
But Stan, congratulations.
Well,
had a chance to go there, and you were among very, very distinguished folks that have made it to the Missouri Sports Hall of Fame.
Thank you very much, Steve. I'm very privileged to have that happen, and again, I just so fortunate to get to do what I love, see good things happen because of it, and more good things after that, and watching the growth of this program and this facility is just tremendous. Thank you so much, Steve.
You're welcome, Stan. We are in the house that Stan helped build in this arena right here, the Stan Melton Ice Arena. I remember the look on your face when you found that out when I told you.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
We kept it a secret.
It's amazing. That's right.
All right, Stan, thanks so much.
We'll keep the ball rolling or the puck dropping, Steve.
That's it. As we get ready for the third period here. So Missouri State with a very, very big deficit to try to come back from. Now, they do, keep in mind, have 2 minutes up on the board. A penalty to McDermott. So you get a quick one here, and everything's good, at least for Missouri State. So here they go. They'll quickly get it in. Artur Jalavian on the far end as Missouri State skates left to right, and the near end, right to left, is Cole Walter. He's been in the game the entire time. Jalavian's taken the place of Brady Govero, who was pulled after the 6th goal was scored. Now across the line, the Ice Bears has it go past him. Now right out in front, an opportunity, and Jalavian is able to make sure it doesn't go in. So Missouri State on the power play, but it doesn't look like it here as they're slow to get it in. They get it off of Rapp's skate, taken away and cleared. And I'll tell you, Steve, right now, Missouri State ranked number 17. The Redbirds of Illinois State ranked 31. You'd think it's the opposite right now, the way the Redbirds are playing.
Oh, yeah, I think they've been severely underrated.
Oh, they're going to call a goal! The shot came in off of the goaltender. The goaltender, Walter himself, moved the net. The puck had crossed over it, and so they're going to call it a goal. Again, the goaltender moved the net. You can take a look at it here. It flipped up over him and down and in, and all of a sudden, Missouri State has a goal. It's a power play goal. Only 1 minute in, it is 6-2.
Yeah, Justin Rapp getting a look at it from a very, very harsh angle, nearly on the goal line when he takes that shot. It was a last-ditch effort, just kind of sits on top of Walter's back and falls in.
Missouri State, number 21, Justin Rapp, unassisted at 1 minute. Missouri State goal to number 21.
So here in the third period, 1 minute in. And as you said, Steve, Rapp with the goal. It is 14th of the season, and we get a stoppage here.
So that 4 goals and 8 assists in his last 7 games now with that one.
Yeah, Rapp also on a 5-game point streak. So that's something Missouri State needed. Now you break it down, 4 goals here in the next 18 plus minutes is doable. A drive comes in. It's Dapron, he tried to wrap it. Now Wood score! Brian Wood gets his first goal with Missouri State this season, and boy, do you need it right now from him. Missouri State is down by 3 all of a sudden. 18:29 left in the game.
Oh, the lost art of the slap shot, Steve. Brian Wood steps into one. He had it sitting there on a tee for him like he's at the golf range. Just winds up and smokes it upstairs.
To number 8, Brian Wood at 1 minute and 31 seconds.
And Steve, this crowd has thinned a bit, understandably so. I saw a good chunk of folks calling it a night after the second period, and I think they may have called it a night a little early.
All of a sudden, 2 quick goals in 1 minute and 33 seconds, and Missouri State is within 3. It's like you said, Steve, ignited the crowd, and they're just piling it on now. A drive comes in, and as Kaspick got it, it'll be steered back behind the net. Right out in front. Chipped away into the midsection of Buchholz, and it's cleared out to center ice.
I see another quick one here.
Oh, a penalty coming up. And Missouri State has the opportunity here. They're going to try to get it out of harm's way. Now, we're going to with a whistle and a stoppage of play. I want to bring notice to the fact that the goaltender had left, which is great. But Missouri State was fighting with that puck in front of the net. They can put it in the net, but the opponent or the team that is being called for the penalty cannot. That was close. It's an interference call.
Yeah, this is an understandable timeout.
Yeah, it's taken.
From Chris Pruitt, the head coach of Illinois State.
So we'll take a quick timeout and be right back.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Can't beat the food.
Or the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
Power play number 5 for Missouri State as dagger is called. And the Ice Bears with an opportunity to make this a 2-goal game. Who would have thought that just 3 minutes ago? Drive comes in, and Walter will make the save on Bolzer.
It's an interference call, by the way, on Dominic Dager. So Dager to the box. Steve can get one here. And it's anybody's game.
Absolutely. All of a sudden, Missouri State has turned it on. Now they'll work it down in low to Rapp. Just about 3 minutes ago, we were thinking, oh, woe is us. Here's Bacardi with a drive, and he just missed. Puck is taken away and sent out. Here is Bolger.
That's no mistaking. It's still a 3-goal game. That's not an easy deficit to overcome, despite the work they've done.
Now a shot in front. Score! Hunter Bolger is the recipient of a tic-tac-toe play. It had leaned Illinois State over to the left side of the goaltender, but Bolger sneaks behind. It is a 6-4 game now, and this is a completely different hockey game.
Well, Steve, I'm going to shut my trap over here, aren't I? My goodness. Of course, it's that top line again. Hunter Bolger, like you said, sneaking behind, quietly finding the spot of the ice he wants to get to. Perfect pass, perfect finish.
Missouri State goal to number 91, Hunter Bolger, with an assist to number 34, Duke Bacardi, at 3 minutes and 6 seconds. Missouri State goal to number 91, assisted by 34 at 3 minutes and 6 seconds.
So the Ice Bears all of a sudden have made this a 2-goal game and a different hockey game, something we did not know 3.5 minutes ago. Now coming down with it is Swiatek, has some room, he shoots in, and it's missed wide.
I mean, all it takes is one good shift from Illinois State to get control back of this game, so you want to keep them on their heels.
3 minutes in 2 minutes and 6 seconds, that is not a record. Missouri State has scored 3 goals in 54 seconds. We're going to get a penalty here as 3 Redbirds are on top of an Ice Bear, and that's Henderson. Church is in there, Trigorico's in there, and I think even the goaltender was in.
Yeah, Cole Walter was right on top of it. Look at his haymakers from Walter.
So I mean, you can argue he's throwing some punches. He should get a penalty.
Well, this is a huge decision from our officiating crew. Huge decision.
I mean, you give the goaltender a penalty, and now a minor can be served by a player, but anything other than that, I believe the goaltender must serve.
This is a massive decision.
Very important here.
I mean, there is a lot of time left in this hockey game.
With the score the way it is now, yes, there's a lot of time. 4 minutes ago, we wouldn't have thought that.
If MSU comes out of this with a power play, last 2 shots have been power play goals.
Rapp his 14th at 1 minute. Wood his first at 1:31. Bolger his 21st at 3:06.
I think this is going to be an MSU power play. The way that Sam Truxaw just reacted and looked at his bench. His conjecture.
So Bolger's goal was a power play goal. Rapp's goal was a power play goal.
I believe Gavin Henderson has been ushered to the penalty box, and Jackson Schaefer has as well. Is that going to be it? It looks like Schaefer's penalty is up on the board.
I think fans are reacting to the fact that a Ice Bear is put in the box, but
they're not reacting to the fact that they got 5 on the ice still. Because another one's going, that's Will Tricarico. So yes, it is going to be an MSU power play.
Fans are funny. They see one coming in, then another comes in, they cheer, then another one comes in, they boo.
Tom Winkler
wants to know what's going on.
Yeah, he's pleading a heavy case right now on the MSU bench. That's Mark Marzola, our official tonight. And you can't see Tom, he's being blocked by Mark.
So Henderson gets 2 for roughing. Walter, the goaltender, gets a penalty served by Tricarico. Yeah. And Schaefer has 2 minutes.
Schaefer was in the mix as well. But I think Tom's pleading his case for something more than 2 from Walter because of the punches thrown. That wasn't just a dust-up. Those were full-fledged. He got 2 or 3 big punches in on the backside of Gavin Henderson. And I think that's, if I had to take a guess, what the case being pleaded, that's just after the dust-up. I mean, Cole Walter got full punches in.
So Missouri State on the power play. And another chance to come within a goal. Again, you would not have thought this about 4 minutes ago. Let's hear the calls.
Number 4, Jackson Schaefer, 2 minutes for roughing. Time, 3 minutes 57 seconds. Number 33, Cole Walter, 2 minutes roughing, being served by number 12, Will Tricarico. 2 minutes for roughing at 3 minutes 57 seconds. Missouri State penalty, number 6, Gavin Henderson, 2 minutes for roughing at 3 minutes 57 seconds. Again, Illinois State.
So that's the call there as the Ice Bears were on the power play. They trail by 2 now. Here's a wraparound wrap and a save. Walter did not see that wrap, but he did stick the pad out in anticipation. And now it's Bacardi. He waits, he shoots, it's blocked down in front, loose, and the backhander is shoved ahead by Frederick. Bacardi is there, and underneath Rapp, he had a great chance in front. Rapp is, though, able to keep the puck in possession, and that helps Missouri State, although they give it up now for a clearing.
Cole Walter, despite the frenzy in front of him, had it the whole way. He was watching that puck inch by inch. He never lost sight of it.
42 seconds remaining in the power play. Here come the Ice Bears. They bring it across the line. Give and go with Kaspic. Not able to grab. Goes to the near side. Down to the half boards. Weber below the net. Kaspic up top. 28 seconds in the power play. The Ice Bears have scored 2. Here is a bouncing puck. Makes its way through. Wirtz, nice behind the back pass. Gets it out in front. Drive. It hit the side of the net. As it got it out in front to Weber. And now we're getting a slashing call against Missouri State.
Never got a shot on goal in a minute 45. And like you said, a slash will set us up 4-on-4 for a couple of breaths. Kobe Weber going to the box for slashing.
Second power play, believe it or not, for the Redbirds. And they were 1 for 1.
Yeah, they had that power play in the first period. 4 shots on goal. The fourth one went through.
So now we're 4 on, well, I'll take it back. We're 4 on 4 for 15 seconds, and then it'll be a power play.
And that power play goal was the first goal of the night for Gio Bargini.
So all of a sudden, it's a 4-2 game. Missouri State to bring the puck out. 4 on 4. Dapron. He'll wait. Drop it down in low. Heuermann's pass broken up. 1 man out. Heuermann has to chase the puck. It's grabbed by Tricarico. Centered through, and Missouri State will have possession shorthanded. Here is Wood. Well, instead, it goes, yeah, he'll pick it up. Why not? He'll bring it across the line. Bacardi swiped at it. He's got to get back. Here might be an odd man rush. Tricarico, right side. He'll look in front. Nobody there. They finally get real on the ice. Now out in front, a shot missing high and wide. On the drive by Truxaw. He'll have it again. Truxaw to look down in low. He crisscrosses with Tricarico, and they drop it down in low. Now with 1 minute to go in the power play. Puck is cleared out to center. And Tricarico. He'll send it ahead, get it to Swiatek. Swiatek with 12 goals coming into today's game, 19 assists as Jalavian is able to make the save. Puck gets cleared out to center, 40 seconds to go in the power play. Now here's Dager. He'll have it left side. Dager to work it up top, gets it to McDermott. Back to Dager, left side, looking to the right side. Now a drive comes in, blocker save, rebound. Wood is there, can he clear? No. Oh, it does get cleared. It goes underneath the stick of Weinkauf and out.
I think that shot was blocked, obviously, by Jalavian with the blocker, and I think it may have hit Brian Wood after the fact. That was dangerous. It almost got knocked into the MSU net.
5 seconds to go in the power play. Different game, and Steve, you see some of the fans have left, and boy, they're going to maybe look at the box score tomorrow and say, I can't believe what happened. As we're down to a 2-goal deficit now. Puck up top. McDermott, it's blocked. Here come the Ice Bears. 5 on 5. They'll work it across. It gets deflected up and in the netting, that is. And we get a face-off just outside the zone. And the 2 that were sitting, because of the penalty, they are out at the next whistle, which is now. Big goals, 2 in 31 seconds, and then a power play about a minute and a half later. And Missouri State has cut this deficit to 2. 11:44 to go. Big difference now. Again, we say it, but kind of shades of Canada coming back.
It's 2 games in a row for Canada, quarter and the semis on the brink of elimination, or at least gold medal elimination.
Was watching curling, and it will be United States versus Canada in women's curling, but it's for the bronze medal. Both losing to Sweden and Switzerland. So they're going to fight for the gold medal in women's curling, as the United States will fight for the bronze. Down to 11 minutes. I love curling.
You've brought it up 2 weeks in a row, so I gathered that. We'd never talked about it previously.
It's one sport that I really wish I could learn. I think it'd be fun. Here's an opportunity by Henderson that's stymied away. You'll be interested to know that the ice is not smooth like a hockey rink. It has little bubbles on it. Here's an opportunity off the side of the net, and it's chopped at, but it'll be held right there. But it has little bubbles or balls of pebbles, and that's the way that it slides. And of course, you see them with the brooms, and they're trying to make that a little bit smoother so it'll slide over it. Interesting stuff. I learned a lot today. Ice Bears win the draw again. Rapp is there looking for the backhander, sends it out, gets it to Bacardi. He shot up high. Now over to the corner. Here's Dagger with it. Lead pass comes over to the right side to Buchholz, lost it. And the Ice Bears do get the deflection, but it's going to stay in the zone.
Well, things have kind of slowed over the last few shifts on both sides of the ice. Not so frantic as it was in a couple minutes to open this period. I think MSU put a little scare into the Redbirds. Understandably.
Sure, Jalavian makes the save there, and as you were saying earlier, Missouri State out shooting Illinois State, 38-36. Scoreboard a little different, but 3 minutes and 6 seconds into this hockey game, it had changed from a 6-1 game to a 6-4 game. And some life for Missouri State. But we're under 10 to go in this period. Puck at the line, kept in. Illinois State with some pressure. They keep it in along a tip in front. They had two back behind the Ice Bears defense, including Buchholz, who was able to tip that one. Now Missouri State with possession. You get a goal here, it's going to change things. Oh, here's Bolger. Can he do it? He shoots safe. Rebound loose, and it stays along the line, but it's cleared out. Buchholz. He'll have it right side with a drive that misses. Bolger, who doesn't miss much. Good save there by Walter. Now the Ice Bears bring it out again. Across the line, jumping around Schaefer was Wirtz. Now Wirtz puts a hit into the player and into the referee. Kerr went down head first into the official, but everything's good. Ice Bears have it. Lasanti now to Wirtz. Gets it around the official again. Kaspic is there. He takes a hit in front from Ryan Callahan. Haven't called him in a while. Puck is swiped over for Missouri State to gain possession. Kaspic off of him. Now bringing it in is Wirtz. Centering pass, nothing doing there. Fans wanted a tripping call.
Yeah, I think Schaefer got away with one.
And here come a shot by the Redbirds, deflected up as Skoshai got that one.
Yeah, so Wirtz got tripped just past the blue line with an errant skate after Schaefer had fallen. And you could have called interference on that play. Well, they have gotten away with one.
Missouri State 2 for 6 on the power play. Redbirds 1 for 2. 8:13 to go in the period. Wood, after the draw, will flip it off the ice and send it all the way down. This is on goal. So, right there, Parker Church and Colby Weber trying to fight for dominance. The puck on goal, the face-off in the attacking zone, but the Ice Bears don't win the draw. Wood back of his own zone. He is able to deflect it away. Here come the Ice Bears. They get as far as the blue line, taken away and sent right back down in. Jalavian cannot make the stop. Now Wood as Weber gets hit hard. 7:42 to go in the period. Puck is cleared out. And Zimmerman can't clear, held in by the Ice Bears. Dapron, he'll wait, has some help from Reel. Back to Dapron, has some room, he shoots in and a glove save by Walter. So the Ice Bears now getting down to a little bit of nitty-gritty time, 7:23 to go.
Hey, you're going to have to get one here in these next couple of minutes. You realistically have a shot. Just trying to force overtime, essentially. I mean, I think that's within range.
Right off the draw, another one that Walter is able to hold on to.
MSU's done a good job in the face-off dot here in this third period, easily their best. They've won 10 of 13 in the first 12 and a half minutes.
Officials trying to get everybody settled. They do, so it's Reel in to take the draw. Ice Bears do win it. Shot comes in and a save. They won it from O'Neill. Now Reel looking for it. O'Neill is in there to poke his way through. Now he'll have possession, send it over to the corner. Bacardi lets it go. Drive comes in. It's tipped in front. The shot from that was Greco was tipped in front, and it just went wide. That was a hard shot by Greco. Now he'll wait again, gets it centered, but it's broken up. It's going to the boxes or to the bench is Callahan. Ice Bears send it in. They want to go for a change too, but they cough up the puck though. Oh, Ice Bears had too many men on the ice. They got away with it.
Yeah.
Here comes Bacardi across the line. Bacardi shoots in safe. Rebound loose, and Bolger just couldn't pick it up.
I don't know, by the way, Steve, if that puck actually hit Duke Bacardi. I think that went right through his legs and actually didn't touch him. But yes, that was right at him.
Yeah, that may be on second look. But he definitely missed it.
He didn't react that way. You know, he didn't. You would normally see a guy. He knows in that situation that if he touches the puck, it's going to be too many.
Oh, the Ice Bears cough it up out in front, and a good save defensively by Frederick. We come the other way. Now Frederick has it. Frederick waits up in front. Bolger tried to send it over to Bacardi, and they didn't connect. But Missouri State with possession. They'll keep it down in low, trailing by 2. Rapp with it. Rapp sends it out in front. Drive, save as Anderson got the shot, and the save is cleared. Oh, great chance and a great look for Anderson of Missouri State. Now here, nice move by Rapp. Bouncing puck, has possession, centers it through. Nobody there. Booth was getting tied up. Drop down in low. Puck sent to Hewerman. Nobody there for Missouri State, although they do pick it up. Booth will have it. Booth looking for some help. Booth lost it behind the net. Hewerman came in. Booth tries to chase. Puck is at the line, hops over the stick of Kaspic, and sent back down in. Down to 5 minutes remaining. Missouri State needs to get one quick here. As you said earlier, Steve, with about 8 minutes to go. Right out in front, an opportunity, and Wirtz just fanned on it. You get a little bit on it, but not the shot he wanted. Here across the line, a blocker save. May have been going wide by Swiatek. Now it's Missouri State. Intercepted. Taken away, though, by Missouri State as they come across the line. They'll drop it down in low. Kaspic swings it up top. Drive in, and a save as Wirtz got it. Covered up by Cole Walter. He'll hold on.
Big minutes from Brett Anderson here tonight as he comes in and takes that puck away to set up the opportunity from the blue line from Jack Wirtz. Not a grade A chance, but a chance nonetheless. And at this stage, you're just going to try and keep peppering Cole Walter and hope something happens.
Brady Govero started the game, gave up 6 goals. It's been Arthur Jalavian since then, and since then Missouri State has scored 4. Well, scored 3 actually. It was a 1-0 lead for the Ice Bears. Now Vest trying to work the puck. It is chipped at the line and cleared, and chasing and letting things go for the Ice Bears was Weber.
That smart play by Kobe Weber. Could have get called for a hold.
Now here come the Ice Bears with Weber. Centers it down the middle, has some room. Weber in front, he gets hooked, penalty. And Missouri State will go on the power play, 3:52, and a chance to get a goal here. They have already scored 2 on the power play here in the third, and they have a chance for another one.
And Kobe Weber just didn't have enough of the step on Parker Turch to warrant a penalty shot this time. It was pretty much a 50-50 play. Turch does reach, does get the stick stuck between the legs and take him down. I don't think it goes lightly when I say imperative power play right here.
Power play number 7 for Missouri State. And they have it again. They'll work it. Bolger down in low to Rapp in front, tipped, and it was deflected away. Ice Bears keep it in though. Now 1:47 remaining in the power play. You want to get one quick here. Here's Rapp. Centers it up. Bolger, he shoots it, a save. Bacardi is there. Can he keep it in play? Frederick will help him. Bacardi down low, looking for Rapp. Centers it through, and Duke with it. Duke on the left side. Power play for 128. Duke waits, trying to get people to move. Can't do it. Rapp comes out in front, and he just couldn't get the puck. Kept in by Joey Bacardi on defense. Joey waits, looking in front. Now sends it over to Frederick. He'll have to chase it down in low. He'll work it behind the net to Rapp. Rapp with it, looking, still with it. Has to spread it out a bit, but it is Lechner who is able to poke it away and get it out. So Missouri State will set it up. They get it across the line. Bolger has it. Waits, he shoots, it gets deflected up and out of play. 52 seconds. And Steve, in the next 52, how important is it to potentially get one here?
I mean, huge, right? I mean, you're running out of clock now at this point. You're not chasing one. And I think that's like the bigger part of this whole thing is you're not chasing one. You're chasing one. I mean, you're not feeling great, but you're feeling okay. You got to get to within one.
Now Weber, he shoots, it's tipped in front. Where is it? It's in the midsection of the goaltender, Walter, and he'll hold on.
And for the most part, Illinois State has gotten this third period back under control. There have been a couple of shifts here and then where most State has tilted the ice in their favor, but after that 5-minute mark, it's kind of slowed down a bit.
And you know, Steve, it started with that goal where the goaltender had moved the net. And that's what started things.
Yeah, that harsh angle shot.
Puck kept in. Ice Bears to Kaspic down low. Kicks it to himself. Right side. Weber. Power play for 26. Kaspic circles around. Gets it up top. And a shot that misses by Cagle, and it's cleared.
And you can tell, obviously, how Illinois State is feeling about this contest now. How less aggressive this penalty kill is as far as attempting to go shorthanded the other way. Haven't even thought about it.
Ice Bears with it. You hear the noise, bringing of the stick. Power play is over. Ice Bears with possession. They got to get in here with 1:48 remaining and the puck out of play. Got to get a quick one and then look to maybe pull your goaltender.
2 shots on goal that time. You might have to pull him sooner rather than later. You win a faceoff, you might have to send him to the bench. Let's see if MSU takes their timeout.
I think they are, yeah. They're going to take their timeout. We'll take a quick timeout. Be right back.
I love to experience the excitement of sports.
Can't beat the food.
Or the drinks.
Why Springfield? Because all the pieces you need to create your own story are here. The only thing missing is you.
Back at Brightspeed Ice Park, Stan Melton Ice Arena. 1:48 remains. Missouri State trails by 2. They had trailed 6-1 going into this third period, but 3 goals in 3:06, including 2 power play goals, and it's now a 2-goal game.
A real smart timeout here by Tom Winkler. I really like this decision. Power play unsuccessful after 2 shots. You got 2 minutes, just under 2 minutes to play. Rally the troops again. Make sure your top line is ready to go.
Off the draw, the Ice Bears win it. Rapp will have it, but it was almost taken away by Carrico, and he is able to do that, but it hits the netting, so I believe the faceoff's going to stay in the zone.
Yeah, it should. It went up the glass and hit the net, so.
That's a break for Missouri State.
Yeah, you got to imagine, Steve, you're going to see the rest of this game with this top line on.
Bolger, Rapp, Bacardi. Bacardi comes in to take the draw from Botkin. Ice Bears win it, and opportunity, a bouncer in front. Rapp couldn't get to it. It's cleared. Goaltender Jalavian's going to have to come out. He'll flip it behind the net. Has some help from Cagle, but nobody there on that left side. 1:20 to go. And Missouri State quickly needs to get one here. Running out of all sorts of time that they now do not have. Sent right back in. 1:08 to go. Missouri State is crawled back from a 6-1 deficit. Shot comes in, and Rapp plays the puck, and Truxaw doesn't like it. 55.9. Both teams have taken their timeout.
I see Tom Winkler barking something at Arthur Jalavian. Have not pulled him. They're going to still skate 5-on-5.
Ice Bears do win the draw. A shot that is partially blocked. Bacardi not able to get there. Bouncing puck, held on the line. A drive-in save, rebound! And the goaltender snags it out of the air on the rebound by Bolger. Oh, now Bacardi pushes, and they're going to send Bacardi out.
Well, Bacardi had come in at the end of the play and knocked the net off. That drew the ire of Cole Walter, and then Bacardi took the bait.
And if this is a power play, he gets a misconduct, so maybe there will be no power play. It's going to stay 5-on-5. So that's, no, it's not. There is a penalty up on the board. Well, let's see. Let's see if he gets 2 and 10.
That is, if that's the case, boy, he did not get his money's worth.
And in a situation like this, you don't want to do that. I know you're frustrated, but you don't want to do that. So they've taken it off the board, so apparently it's just a 10.
Number 34, Duke Bacardi, 10-minute for abuse of officials.
That's the call there. So the Ice Bears with 30 seconds. Goaltender still in. Kaspik out in front. Drive save. Rebound loose. And it's behind the net. 24 remaining. Ice Bears were that close. Puck is out to center ice. And back in the Missouri State zone, but there's just 16 to go. Puck is tied up behind the net. That should be enough for Illinois State. Missouri State trying to desperately get something going here. They cannot. 3 seconds remaining. And just like they did last week, game 1 goes to the visiting team.
You got to give MSU some flowers here. That was a great start to the third period, and they carried that throughout the period, as a matter of fact. Ended up out shooting them by 8 shots in the third. Ended up winning 17 of 20 faceoffs in the third. Had a couple of power play chances. 3 of them, they went 2 for 3 on the power play in the third. They played their best hockey tonight when it mattered most, and that's something, like we mentioned, you try to take into tomorrow's senior night finale.
Shots on goal in the period, 7 on Jalavian, 3-period total on Govero and Jalavian of 38. And 15 on Cole Walter, 3-period total of 48. Power plays 1 for 2 for the Redbirds and 8 for 16 minutes. Missouri State called for 4 for 16 minutes with the 10 minutes that was assessed to Bacardi. Power plays 2 for 7 for Missouri State. And again, the only goals in the third period, 3 goals in 3:06. At the 1-minute mark, a power play to Rapp, his 14th. 1:31 Wood, his first. And then at 3:06 on the power play, Bolger, his 21st. Bacardi getting the assist. And that is the final there. And again, no scoring for the Redbirds in the third period as Missouri State now drops to 14-8-5 on the season. The Redbirds now 2 games above 500. They are 16-14-2. I don't know what you point at, Steve, for this game kind of getting out of hand for Missouri State, but they finally tried to get a handle on it. And in the third period, I mean, you could argue that Illinois State, they came out strong and they came out with force.
Of course.
I think that was something that maybe Missouri State didn't expect.
Yeah, they came out of the gate super hot, right, in that first period. That second period, they were skating so well. Quick off the draw, strong forecheck, the ability to create offensive chances from their own blue line. They played through the neutral zone very, very well here tonight. Saved the third period, talking Illinois State here at this point. But, of course, you got to give MSU credit. Like I mentioned moments ago, they certainly came out and played their best in the third. And I think both teams learned a little bit here tonight, right? MSU learned, hey, Illinois State, very human. There was a point in this game where it was looking like we were going to mount an improbable comeback. And for Illinois State, they go, you know what? There were a lot of things that we took away here tonight. The first 40 minutes were all in our favor. We got to get back to that for a full 60 tomorrow.
These same two teams, as you say, tomorrow, it will be senior evening, senior night. Either way, it will be an honor to talk about some of the seniors as we take a look at our schedule coming up. And again, our last game, actually, it's going to be our last broadcast of Missouri State hockey coming up tomorrow. Now, we will have the Police versus Fire charity game. I believe that is coming up April 4th. So stay tuned for that. We will have some information about that and what is happening with that contest. But our last regular season ACHA hockey game will be tomorrow, 6 o'clock. We'll have it for you. But once again, the Ice Bears, they made it close, but a 6-4 loss. For Steve Granado and Scott Lutzke, who keeps us on the air, and Cal Bussin, I'm Steve Casson. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night, everyone.
You've been listening to Missouri State Ice Bears hockey with your host, Steve Casson. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's game. Ice Bears Hockey is a presentation of DS Sports Enterprises and WebSportsRadio.com.